Another Friday from Cardines Field, and for the third consecutive week, it's the Ocean State Waves taking on the home Newport Gulls in the Pell Bridge Series. I'm Harry Tidgewell, and while currently the series set favors the Ocean State Waves 2-1, but the Gulls try and even things up here tonight. We're going to break down everything you need to know on the NECBL broadcast pregame show, starting right now. Welcome you back on the NECBL broadcast pregame show alongside our TrackMan Synergy operator and part of the analytics department here in Newport, Noah Sendy Townsend. Noah, thanks so much for joining us. I know you're a player yourself. You play at the Division III level at Vassar out in Poughkeepsie, but so we're working behind the scenes this summer here in Newport. What's that adjustment been like?
You know, it's giving me a new perspective on the game, right? And it's about helping the team win in any way I can. Obviously, not being on the field, but be able to analyze the numbers and kind of be able to use that part of my brain to help the team win.
Diving into the analytics a little bit more, I know you've worked very closely with the coaching staff on how to kind of use those numbers to help steal a couple of wins. Just give the fans some insight on that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's the players, right? Like, it's about having them whatever produce in the big moment. But anything I can do scouting-wise, look at our analytics and be able to create these scouting reports that then help the players perform on the field.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us, Noah. We really appreciate it. The best roommate that anybody can ask for here in Newport. I'm Harry Tidgewell. We'll see you in just a little bit.
Whoa! Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believe me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. The moment I gotta keep going, I'm shaking the dice and I'm kicking and rolling. They already know.
Welcome back to the NCBA pregame show. I'm Matthew Bettis alongside assistant hitting coach Noah Martinez. Noah, tough loss last night to Mystic, but the Gulls' bats still were hot, especially in the late innings. What will it take for the Gulls to come back in the winning column tonight against the Waves?
I think we've been playing pretty good baseball. I really think it's just keeping it going, keeping the momentum that we have at the plate. We're doing a great job offensively. It's just keeping that going. I know it's a long stretch in July, but we're in a good spot. I'm not really worried about last night. Again, it's just like baseball is baseball sometimes, so we're in a good spot.
Yeah, and on the bright side, Newport, league leader in home runs. What's the secret to success at the plate for them?
Being aggressive early, I think, is the biggest thing. Honestly, we're seeing some good pitches in the beginning of the counts for a lot of guys. It's just trying to capitalize, honestly, and staying small, don't get too big. I think there's a lot of guys who are very mature, so we're in a good spot with our lineup, so I'm happy about it.
Yeah, and on the off days, especially during pregame, you spend a lot of time with the players, working with the swings. What are some things that you tell them and help them, to become better players for the college season?
I think, honestly, it's keeping it simple. It's kind of reminding them how good they are. You know what I mean? I think that sometimes you get into a rut and sometimes it's really hard to get out of it, but kind of reminding them that, hey, like, you're a good baseball player, you're playing for the Newport Gulls for a reason. And then we kind of go into some video, look at some stuff that you might not see, like, in the game. So, and then we just address those things, can create some restraints, and then we just kind of go from there, so.
Yeah, last question. It's a hot Friday night. What do you think about tonight's game?
The score in my head, I think I'm thinking 10-1 Gulls, keeping the bats hot, and hopefully play some really good defense too.
Yeah, thank you, Noah. What hot weather, fun Friday night against the Waves. We'll be back more on the pregame show here on the SBL Network.
Most people spend their time trying to fit in. Not me. I want to be all in. I want to be in too deep, in the moment, in the center of it all, in the room where it happens. In it to make a difference every single moment of every single day. So grit your teeth and smile. Be ready to take on adversity. Be ready to transform the world. Ready for whatever life has in store. So, you in?
We're back here on the NCAA pregame show. I'm Matt Bettis alongside the newest Gulls member and my brother, James Benestead. James, first day here, but coming off a great season at Endicott this past spring. Kind of what do you look to bring from that season, the Gulls season, to this Gulls team?
Yeah, I think our energy was great at school, and I'm excited to bring that energy to Newport and just continue working hard, winning ball games, and having fun with the boys.
Now, you played the last 2 summers in Nashville in the Futures League. What are you going to learn from that league to bring to NECBL and the Newport?
Yeah, all these summer leagues are grinds, and it's just day in and day out playing games, long travel days. It's just making sure that you're getting your nutrition right, you're lifting, and then also getting your work in at the field, which is the most important to get ready for school ball.
Now you're playing for this pristine team in Newport. What are you going to do to just enjoy the next few weeks? What are you trying to get out of the next few weeks, to get ready for your senior year in college?
Well, first off, this is one of the coolest stadiums I think I'll ever play at, and so I'm excited about that opportunity. Sharing a field with you is going to be awesome. I'm excited about that, and also just getting to know the guys. I mean, this is my first day, and I've already had a blast, but I'm excited to continue those relationships the rest of the summer.
James Bennett, everyone. We'll be right back here on the NACBL pregame show.
We are the heartbeat of innovation, the ones who care for your heart as if it were our own. We are challengers who never settle. We are healers who turn fear into hope and the impossible into done. We are at the heart of this community, providing advanced, nationally recognized medicine. We are South Coast Health, Heart and Vascular.
Wrapping up on the NACBL broadcast pregame show, along a guy that hit a ball a country mile in yesterday's game against the Mystic Schooners, Braxton Trammell. I know you missed last season, your college season, due to some injuries, but really trying to just get back into the swing of things during the summer season. How's that been so far?
It's been a slow start, but I feel like we're ramping up now, so just trending upward.
A 3-for-5 performance yesterday. You really seem to be finding your stride a little bit. What's been working for you as of late, and what are you going to look to be keeping carrying moving forward?
Just trying to work with Noah and Teddy, just trying to fix my swing a little bit, stay shorter, and just staying confident and just being in the present.
Well, the Newport Gulls look to keep rolling on offense here tonight as the Ocean Waves come to town. First pitch set for 6:35. Either come on down to the ballpark or tune in on ESPN+. I'm Harry Tidgewell saying see you in a little bit.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Harding Field and the 25th season of Newport Gulls baseball. Tonight's game sponsor is Yolana's Wealth. Gate volunteers are drawn from the Newport Police Department and the Fraternal Order of Police. You girls and gentlemen are most welcome. The 50-50 raffle will benefit the Newport Police Department and Fraternal Order of Police. The New England Collegiate Baseball League presents the Ocean State Waves versus your Newport Gulls. Here are the starting lineups for the visiting Waves. Leading off, the shortstop, number 3, Blaze Ward of Vanderbilt University in Maumelle, Alabama. Batting second, the center fielder, number 15, Tom Malutsky of New Mexico State University in the interesting city of Yakima, Washington. Batting third, the first baseman, number 17, Gabriel Milano of the University of Miami. He resides in that great city. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 8, Jackson Bradfield of Kennesaw State University in the city of Canton, Georgia. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 11, Brody Fatove of the University of Indiana. I believe he is from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 13, Jack Rose of the University of Rhode Island and suburban Cumberland, Rhode Island. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 21, Cameron Papetti of Bryant University in Weston, Massachusetts. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 32, Zach Pasher of Fresno State University in the town of Saugus, California. Batting ninth, second baseman, number 4, Gavin Marchese of Monroe Community College in the town of Jupiter, Florida. On the mound tonight for the Ocean State Waves, number 39, Hayden Falcon of the University of Pittsburgh and the town of Yardley, Pennsylvania. The coaching staff, the manager is Jalen Borders, and his assistants, Peter Clays, Mason Fiole, Zach Hines, Joe Laffman, and Caleb McGrath. The starting lineups, the Newport Gulls, and they will be accompanied by baseball buddies from the PLL Premier Outdoor Group. Leading off, the center fielder, number 16, Devin Zarwaz, of Coastal Carolina University in the town of Ontario, Pennsylvania.
And his baseball buddy is Owen Bader.
Batting second, the shortstop, number 1, Aiden Cloud of the University of Kentucky in the town of Nixa, Missouri.
And his baseball buddy is Hudson Garrett.
Batting third, the designated hitter, number 24, Brendan Larson of the University of Southern California in the town of Rockland, California. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 3, Colby Wallace of East Carolina University in Bisco, North Carolina.
And his baseball buddy is Dylan Toner.
Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 25, Braxton Trammell of East Carolina University in Hickory, North Carolina.
And his baseball buddy is Josiah and Green.
Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 43, Cole Johnson of Boston East State University. He's a resident of the capital city of Austin, Texas.
And his baseball buddy is Bodie Savage.
Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 23, Ryan Jarrows of Rutgers University in the city of Cranford, New Jersey.
And his baseball buddies are Mason Sassino and Hudson Jenkins.
Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 10, Peter Mershon of Coastal Carolina University in the town of Taylors, South Carolina.
And his baseball buddy is Jake Lee.
Batting ninth, the catcher, number 7, Ernie Vechavarria of the University of Pennsylvania, resides in Miami, Florida. On the mound tonight for the Gulls, number 28, Victor Frederick of St. John's University in the town of Northport, New York. The coaching staff, the manager, Mike Coon, hitting coach Teddy Regan, pitching coach Kevin Long, and the able assistant coaches Dylan Brown and Noah Martinez. The umpires assigned to tonight's game. Pulling balls and strikes, Mr. Nick Barone. And on the base path, Senor Carl Rodriguez and Mr. Noah Hobart. We trust that these gentlemen will be extended every courtesy. Thank you.
Thank you, Don. And good evening, Gulls fans. And welcome to American Heroes Night, presented by Yolanis Wealth Management at historic Cardines Field, featuring tonight's matchup between the Ocean State Waves and your Newport Gulls. Yolana's Private Wealth Management Group of Wells Fargo Advisors is located right downtown on Brown and Howard Wharf in Newport, Rhode Island. Their employees, Chris Yolanas, Greg Fader, and Darcy Cole, work tirelessly for their clients to help them reach their family's life goals in personalizing a strategy of asset allocation. Our friends at Yolana's Wealth wanted to find a creative way to honor our American heroes for their great commitment to keeping us safe, but also because many of their clients themselves are first responders. At parties this evening, we are surrounded by many brave men and women who commit their lives' work to keep our local towns and communities safe. Please give a warm hearty thank you to all of our police, fire, and EMTs who are with us tonight. Thank you to the first responders who joined us this evening, and we are beyond appreciative of Yolana's Wealth for sponsoring tonight's event and for giving the police, fire, and EMT men and women who are here with us tonight the recognition they deserve. On behalf of the Newport Gulls, thank you, Yolana's Wealth Management. Gulls fans, I'd like to welcome some very special guests for tonight's first pitches. First up is Christopher Yolanas. Chris is the managing director of the Yolanas Private Wealth Management Group. He and his team have supported the Newport Gulls for the past several years and are big fans. He wishes the Gulls the best the rest of the season. Step up to the mound, Chris. Next up is Nicholas Yolanas. Nicholas is also a big family supporter of the Gulls. He is a graduate of Northeastern University and the Portsmouth High School, and he currently lives in Boston and works as a satellite engineer for L3 Harris. Great job, Nick. Next up to the mound is Kieran Davis. Kieran is new to the Gulls team, having been part of their events for the past 3 years. Kieran also lives in Boston and works in finance. Next up to the mound is Everett Fayette. He's a 10-year, multi-year Gulls camper and a hard-throwing righty out of the bullpen with a devastating split-finger fastball and occasional control. Up next is Deputy Chief Richard Roost. Deputy Chief was appointed deputy for the Portsmouth Police Department in June of this year. He had overseen the patrol division as captain prior to his appointment. He has earned degrees in criminal justice from both Bristol Community College and Roger Williams University. Deputy Roost began his law enforcement career in 1988 for the town of Tiverton, where he rose to the rank of lieutenant. In 2008, he joined the Portsmouth Police Department and has since held various positions, including school resource officer, sergeant, lieutenant, and captain, before serving in his current role. He holds both communities with great reverence and is proud to have served. He is grateful for the opportunity to throw the first pitch on American Heroes. Great job, Chief. And last, and certainly not least, is Jason Ryan. He was hired by the Middletown Police Department in 2004 after successfully graduating from the Rhode Island Municipal Police Academy. He graduated from the FBI National Academy in December of 2019 and became Chief of Police in Middletown in 2024. Lastly, Chief Ryan believes that Chris Patsos is the biggest hack when it comes to basketball that he has ever seen. Great job, Chief. And the Newport Gulls would be remiss if we did not give our very own pitching coach, Kevin Long, a very big shout out, as Coach Long is himself a retired police detective from Miami-Dade in Florida. Thank you, Coach Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd ask you to please rise if you are able and remove your caps during the presentation of our nation's colors this evening. Performing tonight's national anthem is Elizabeth Liza. Gulls fans, because Elizabeth will be performing the anthem tonight on a violin, we ask that if you are able, for every fan in attendance, to please join us in the singing of the national anthem as loud as you absolutely can. Thank you.
Are you all ready?
Feeling great. Go ahead. Sounds good. I'm muting mic 1. I'm muting mic 1. We're muted right now. But I'm muting mic 1 for us to go live. Another Friday night from Cardines Field, and for the third consecutive weekend, it's time for the Pell Bridge Series. The Ocean State Waves currently lead the series set 2-1 over the Newport Gulls. Will they take even more control this time around, or will the Gulls find a way to even things up? We're going to find out up next on ESPN Plus. First pitch right after this.
Turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the formula and chemistry. The memories spark and motivate and make the industry shake. We put the balls in the brakes. I'm talking one chance at best, yes. Painting pictures for the culture, keep the brushes fresh. Flip the cover with the drummer, passion never rests. Freedom is our teacher under pressure, now we blessed. Yeah, it's one art, one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
Stadionic's primary goal is to maximize fan safety and amplify the fan experience so that you or your client get exactly what you envision.
Welcome into beautiful Chapel Hill, North Carolina. It's downright gorgeous.
Make it this far, they hated, they never believe me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball, I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. Moment I gotta keep going, I'm shaking the dice and I'm kicking and rolling, they already know.
We are the heartbeat of innovation, the ones who care for your heart as if it were our own. We are challengers who never settle. We are healers who turn fear into hope and the impossible into done. We are at the heart of this community, providing advanced, nationally recognized medicine. We are South Coast Health, Heart and Vascular.
Just a 25-minute bus ride separates these two ball clubs. Just about 9 miles of straight hate. The Newport Gulls and Ocean State Waves. The Pell Bridge Rivalry Series, the 4th rendition here tonight. The Waves currently lead the season series 2-1 as we welcome in to the broadcast booth alongside Matt Benestad. I'm Harry Tidgewell. We thank you so much for joining us this Friday night evening on ESPN Plus. And boy, oh boy, are we in for a good one, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, Waves Gulls, no matter what the records are, it's going to be a good game. You saw last Friday, the Waves put up a good fight and came home with a 4-3 win with a 3-run 9th inning. And so the Waves are here to fight with the Gulls. The Gulls are playing good baseball in the dog days of July. It's a good game on a hot Friday night.
You're right. Anything can happen in a rivalry matchup. The Gulls are 16-10-1 so far in the regular season compared to the Ocean State Waves 8-18. But the last time these two squads faced off on Friday night, it was that late surge from the Waves that allowed them to push past the Gulls. They've lost 2 straight, Ocean State, including a 12-5 loss to the Bristol Blues on Tuesday night. They were off yesterday. The Gulls, on the other hand, had that electrifying win on Wednesday night, but then last night got walked off against the Mystic Schooners in that back-and-forth affair. Victor Frederick, the man on the mound, to kick things off, making his fourth appearance, but first start on the season. He's gone 5 innings so far, hasn't allowed a single run, 2 walks to his name against the 5 Ks out of St. John's. He's been quite good for Newport so far this season, but the matchup he'll be facing, the starting lineup he'll be matching up with is no easy task. Blaze Ward out of Vanderbilt leads things off, followed by Thomas Molesky, Gabriel Milano, and Jackson Bradfield, his second start in an Ocean State Waves uniform, batting cleanup. Then Brody Petove, Jack LaRose, Cameron Papetti behind the dish, batting 7th, and then Zach Plashert and Gavin Marchese batting 8th and 9th. Looking at who's backing up Victor Frederick in the field. In the outfield grass, moving from left to right, Peter Mershon, Devin Zyrus, and Cole Johnson. Colby Wallace mans the hot corner, Caden Cloud and Braxton Trammell playing up the middle. Ryan Jaros, the big guy over at first. Brandon Larson in the DH spot. Ernie Echeverria, the battery mate for Victor Frederick behind the dish. We're in for a good one. Matt, I'll ask you as our Newport specialist, if you will, what are the Gulls going to need to do here tonight to kind of get this just weird obstacle? It seems like every time they play Ocean State, they're just a little lackluster offensively. They scored just 3 runs last time. How do you go about getting the bats going here tonight?
I think, and I was talking with assistant hitting coach Noah Martinez before game, he said that the Gulls just need to continue attacking the first pitches, attacking early. In the first innings, they waited until the extra late innings against Mystic last night, and they came up short. So they got to get the runs, get the guys on base, bring them in early innings, and put pressure on this Waves defense.
Well, we'll see if the Gulls can get that done when it's their turn to bring the bats up. Ocean State, we talked about it a little bit already. Not a promising start to the year. 8-18. They currently sit outside of the playoff picture. I know we're still in the first 10 days of July, the 10th day to be exact, but that playoff picture is starting to form just a little bit. The new playoff format, the top team from the south, the top team from the north, guaranteed those top 2 seeds, but after that, it's just the best 6 seeds, best 6 teams based off of record overall. So at the moment, the Newport Gulls have the 3rd best record in the entire NECBL, only trailing the Martha's Vineyard Sharks by 4.5 games and the Mystic Schooners by half a game. But they'd be slotted in at the 4th seed in the playoffs, given that the Sanford Mainers, the highest North Division team, would jump them come postseason time. All set for first pitch. Hot 78 degrees and sunny, some possible precipitation on the way. Victor Frederick, first pitch home, is grounded up the middle right at Braxton Trammell, has it on the hop, throw to first in plenty of time. 1 pitch, 1 out is how Victor Frederick begins his outing.
And for Frederick, that's exactly what we need to do. You don't need those quick outs, right? Save the pitch limit and try to get 5-6 innings of work in.
Blaze Ward possibly a little bit too aggressive out of the leadoff spot. Usually you want your guy to see a couple more pitches if possible so he can relay it back to the dugout, but instead Thomas Molesky won't have all too much to work off of. Molesky so far this season batting .276 with a .379 slugging, a .481 on base. He's worked a team best 22 walks and watches ball 1 up and away.
And that was a good pitch from Frederick. Right on the outside corner. Try to get used to the umpire strike zone here in the first inning.
1 ball, no strikes. Frederick really only works out of the stretch. Doesn't really have any sort of windup. He'll be the same with no runners on compared to when runners do eventually reach base. That second pitch in there for strike 1, count even at sticks.
And that's kind of what relief pitchers usually do. They kind of just work out of the stretch. They don't really have that windup.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out in the top of the first. Home to Molesky. Misses outside, ball 2. I talked to Victor Frederick earlier this week about his start for Friday. Typically this would be a Jake Lenahan day, but he's expected to appear out of the bullpen later tonight as they try and save his arm a little bit. And well, Victor started a few games early on during the college season at St. John's, but then decided to shift to the bullpen. That's just where he found himself to be more comfortable, but he'd love to make the jump to a starting role next year as he tries to get some reps in that starting position this summer. Another pitch misses up and away, so the count runs 3-1 to Thomas Molesky. All 3 misses this at bat have seemingly been in the exact same spot.
And that's exactly what Frederick wants to do. He's using this summer to develop and get used to that starter role for his next year at St. John's.
The 3-1 once again up and away. So Molesky works the 5-pitch walk. The first base runner on either side here tonight. One man on, one out for Gabriel Milano, the first baseman, batting .281 on the season out of Miami. You're wondering why he's got the Mets helmet on, was a member of the Mets scout team playing summer ball back in his high school days. We'll see how Frederick works with the runner on. Pitch home, foul back left side into the netting. Stadionic, the official netting and facility partner of the New England League. Stadionic's netting, wall padding, and facility solutions have been featured in Major League Baseball venues such as Citi Field, home of the New York Mets, and Truist Park, home of the Atlanta Braves, as well as collegiate facilities throughout the entire country, including Florida, North Carolina, Clemson, Texas, and many more. From design to fabrication to installation, Stadionic is making sports facilities iconic. Frederick set at the belt, kicks and deals, and this pitch is crushed deep right field. How's that for a loud start? Ocean State up 2-0. Over the ivy, Gabe Milano with a 2-run blast. And Ocean State up on the board early.
And that is exactly what Ocean State wanted. Put pressure on Frederick in that starter role. And deja vu to the 9th inning last Friday.
Deja vu indeed. I mean, you talk about power for power, a guy out of Miami, and you see it right there. We knew off the bat that ball was getting out of here. Went to the deepest part of that right side, the alley, right over the 343 sign out there. I say right over. It was about 20 feet over or so, clearing the trees behind it.
And that was just pure power from Milano. It wasn't a fast pitch from Frederick, but he just got the bat on that ball and sent it far away.
Milano, his 10th extra base hit of the season, his second long ball. A .469 slugging. He's a guy that can really put some power behind the baseball and showcasing it early. First pitch home to the cleanup man, Jackson Bradfield, is a called ball. And now spiked in the dirt for ball 2. So Victor Frederick running into some early troubles after collecting the first out of the inning on the very first pitch. Bradfield making just his second appearance, second start for Ocean State so far this season. His first game was 3 for 4 with a double. The 1-0, 2-0, excuse me, runs inside and clipped him. So Victor Frederick's start beginning to unravel more and more by the minute.
I wouldn't be surprised if either pitching coach Kevin Long or Echeverria went out and talked to Frederick to calm him down in the first. Think of it as like a relief appearing, just trust his stuff and attack the zone.
Coming into the starting role is definitely an adjustment. You just kind of go about your day a little bit differently. The nerves seem to be getting to Victor Frederick just a little bit. The 0-0 home is a breaking ball that almost catches Petov on the inside, near back-to-back hit by pitches. A runner on first with 1 out, an early 2-0 lead for Ocean State. Kicks and deals and misses low and inside again. Gets away from Echeverria. Runner takes off. Throw to second. Got him. Jackson Bradfield saw that Echeverria lost the baseball, but it was really just right at his feet. Didn't get far enough away, and Echeverria able to gather himself in time. Delivers the throw down to second and nabs the designated hitter for out number 2. That definitely is something Newport really needed right now, with the fact that Victor Frederick just seems really uncomfortable out there in this top of the first. Got to just try and get him into the dugout as soon as possible. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch home. Fans the fastball by him for strike 1.
Yeah, and that was a huge little swing momentum for the Gulls. But a great play in the defense by Echeverria. Now Frederick has no one on with 2 outs and try to attack this batter right here.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Frederick kicks and deals, and another fastball up in the zone past Brady Petov, the Indiana Hoosier. Of course, recent college football champions under head coach Kurt Signetti. Brady Batove. The baseball team is really into that championship run. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces wild in the top of the first. Ground ball right side. Braxton Trammell has it. Throw to first in plenty of time. So the inning ends exactly how it starts. A 4-3 put out, but in between a 2-run blast from Gabe Milano gives the Waves an early 2-0 lead in the Pell Bridge Series. Gulls' first chances coming up on ESPN+.
I'm turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the formula and chemistry. The memories spark and motivate and make the industry shake. We put the balls in the brakes. I'm talking one chance at best, yes. Painting pictures for the culture, keep the brushes fresh. Flip the cover, work the drummer, passion never rests. Freedom is our teacher under pressure, now we blessed. Yeah, it's one all, one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
Stadionic's primary goal is to maximize fan safety and amplify the fan experience so that you or your client get exactly what you envision.
Welcome into beautiful Chapel Hill, North Carolina. It's downright gorgeous.
Well, the Newport Gulls are going to need to find a response early, already playing out of a 2-0 hole after the Gabe Milano blast, 2-run blast in the top half of the inning. Devin Zyrus, the recent Coastal Carolina commit, set to lead things off, followed by the shortstop Caden Cloud, designated hitter Brandon Larson, and third baseman Colby Wallace batting cleanup. Braxton Trammell, who had a monster 3-for-5 night in Mystic, bats fifth. Then Cole Johnson and Ryan Giros, Peter Mershon, and the catcher Ernie Echeverria round out today's lineup. You see at the top of your screen, Newport a .268 batting average so far this season, first in the NECBL. It seems like they've led in practically every single offensive category, but the man trying to shut them down tonight, Caden Falcone, 6th appearance, 6th start, a team high, 20 innings pitched on the season out of Pittsburgh. His last time around, 4 innings pitched, 3 Ks, 5 earned runs against Mystic on July 1st, but on the season, 21 strikeouts to 9 walks, a 4.95 ERA against. You know, he's kind of arm that he might not wow you every time, but you know what you're going to get. We look at the Ocean State Waves defensive lineup behind them, and they haven't been so great so far this season. A .940 defensive percentage, last in the NECBL. Zach Blasher, Thomas Molesky, and Brody Batove line the outfield grass. The Rose at the hot corner, Blaze Ward in the 6th hole. Gavin Marchese over at second base, Gabe Milano over at first, and Cam Papetti behind the dish. Time for the Gulls' first chances. First, it's Devin Zyrus. He pinch hit yesterday. Ended up striking out in that at-bat, but talking to some of the coaches after the game, it was really a last-minute sort of thing where he was just sort of thrown in there, and he didn't really have a lot of time to get the bat loose. So you really can't chalk up that at-bat to all too much. Just look at his season numbers, and you see how good he's been. A .343 batting average, second on the Gulls roster, paired with a .429 slugging, a .495 on base, practically working his way on half the time. Count even at sticks, 1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball is slapped right side, but off the scoreboard for strike 2.
And Zyrus, he's on to Falcone on the mound. Falcone doesn't throw hard, but he has good movement in some of the pitches, and he can kind of woke the zone. So for the Gulls hitter, they can attack early, and it starts with Zyrus here. It's a 2-strike count.
The Newport offense has looked really strong this week. The 1-2 misses low and away. And the Monday and Tuesday games obviously canceled due to inclement weather in the New England area, but on Wednesday they score 12 runs against the Valley Blue Sox. Yesterday they go on the road and score 9 in Mystic. And this ball is cracked into right center field, rolling all the way to the wall. Zyrus rounds first, digging for 2, in there, standing up safely. A leadoff double for Devin Zyrus, as the Gulls say, not so fast, trying to draw even sooner rather than later.
And that's the exact start that the Gulls needed was Devin Zyrus, get on base, no outs, leadoff hitter, and an end of the ballpark that could have been a triple, but not in Cardines.
You can just tell off the sound of the bat. I used the word cracked because it was literally just that pure, right off the barrel sound. I was talking to assistant coaches Dylan Brown and Noah Martinez, who were saying the only two batters that don't have a home run on the year are Ryan Jaros and Devin Zyrus. Ernie Echeverria as well, but he just joined.
That was Zyrus' 7th double.
But he has 7 doubles. Yeah, he hasn't exactly put a lot of elevation underneath the ball. He's very line drive focused, like that pitch was right there. Easily a high 90s exit velocity. But they were teasing him before the game, saying, hey, you got to get one out in front of the home fans sooner rather than later. We'll see if that comes at some point tonight. So the leadoff man on for Caden Cloud, who has found a lot of power in his swing so far this year. Watches strike one, straight down Broadway.
Cloud with 6 doubles, 4 home runs, so has that middle of the lineup, top of the lineup power for Newport.
10 extra base hits on the season, equates to a .552 slugging, paired with his .284 batting average. 1 ball, 1 strike. Falcone peeks back at second, now home. Breaking ball, and how's that for power? But Plasher able to work back and make the catch. Just missed what would have been his 5th home run of the season. Left field's not an easy place to get out of here, but it was lined up right with the tree, and had it caught a branch, as we saw with Gus Gandy's 3-run home run against the Valley Blue Sox on Wednesday, it would have been ruled a home run.
They talk about power. Comes Brandon Larson, who came to the goals a little later, but he has some power in that bat of his. 3 doubles, 3 home runs, and he can hit the ball a long way.
Found one of those 3 home runs in yesterday's game at Mystic. Left the Shipyard at 103 miles per hour. Rolls the first pitch over foul. First base coach Noah Martinez barehands it cleanly, tosses it over to the dugout. A .293 batting average on the year with a .585 slugging, trailing only Tristan Salinas on the Newport Gulls roster. Salinas getting the off day today. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. And Larson fouls it off his foot for strike 2. Falcone really heavy with the breaking ball. Newport seems to be on it somewhat consistently though, but we'll see if Larson, who's mainly a fastball hitter, can sit back, stay balanced, and get a good piece of one.
Yeah, Larson a little ahead on that last pitch, the breaking ball by Falcone, but 2 strikes, you're looking for a fastball here.
Zyrus jumping. The 0-2 is rolled over right side. Marchese can't field it cleanly, and everybody's safe. Just a routine ground ball ranging to his left. We'll take another look at the replay, but Brandon Larson able to reach safely. Yeah, just in and out of the glove. Nothing you can do after that.
And for Marchese, he probably was thinking about making the play instead of fielding the ball first. And Newport would take that all day.
Yeah, you could just see him shift the eyes a little bit. Iron plays don't get much more routine than that, but in E4, leaves men on the corners with 1 man out for Colby Wallace out of Eastern Carolina University. First pitch upstairs, ball 1. Colby Wallace batting .227 through his first 8 games played on the season, making his 7th start here tonight. A part of the Gulls last year as well. Had a monster postseason run. Taps one right in front of the plate down the left field line, third baseline I should say, but touched foul by Cam Papetti for strike 1.
And Wallace only being here playing in 8 games, but he has sneaky power in that lineup, and his bat has that 1 home run up in Upper Valley a few weeks ago. So he can come in some clutch moments.
And he's just an all-around great athlete in everything he does. The other day, last week, they were doing a home run derby during the pregame batting practice, and Wallace decided to bat left-handed. First 2 swings, both over the right field wall.
Righty, lefty, defense, pitching, whatever you need from Colby Wallace.
Yeah, also he 2A's at Eastern Carolina. According to the players, he's one of the best basketball players on the team when they get their runs in at the local YMCA. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Devin Zyrus' leadoff double. He currently stands over at third. Brandon Larson, who reached on the air, over at first. The pitch home is a breaking ball at the top of the zone for strike 2. So the count now even with 1 out. in the bottom of the first. Newport at least trying to cut the deficit in half, trailing 2-0 early. The 2-2, Falcone kicks and deals. Tries to get Wallace to chase at the breaking ball, but the third baseman doesn't bite, so the count runs full. Payoff pitch from Falcon to Wallace. Crushed in a deep left center field, working back, Zach Plashert looking up at the wall, and it's out of here. Newport answers right back. Colby Wallace, a 3-run shot, and the Gulls out in front in the bottom of the first.
And that's how you respond to giving up the home run on the top of the first. Colby Wallace with his second home run of the season, and it was a big one.
A very similar spot to where he hit his first of the year when they were up in Upper Valley over the left center field wall. Goes just over that 352 sign in left center field, a souvenir for a lucky fan out there. And in the blink of your eye, the Newport Gulls have responded and taken the lead.
Speaking of a home run power, next batter Braxton Trammell, who hit a 440-foot home run up in back in Mystic yesterday.
436 feet to be exact. The furthest hit ball in the NECBL so far this season. I was talking to him before the game. He said it was the furthest ball he's hit in-game that he can remember. Might even be the furthest ball he's ever hit when factoring in batting practice. Got every stitch of it, but has to follow up that act by Colby Wallace with the 3-2 homer to put Newport out in front. This pitch crushed over the warehouse in right field, but foul.
Little ahead on that pitch, but still has that pop in it.
Recovering from injury, wasn't able to suit up for the Pirates of Eastern Carolina at all this past season. But you look at his freshman year numbers and you know how dangerous a switch hitting bat like him can be. Line drive up the middle, Molesky working on in, not gonna get there. The third hit for Newport in the bottom of the first. Their first single of the ball game. Those first two hits, a double and a home run. But Braxton Trammell with the line drive RBI.
And that's exactly what the coaches wanted the Gulls to do, attack the Waves pitchers early. First inning, you got 3 hits, got a home run. Now you got another power hitter in Cole Johnson up at that.
Johnson watches one up at the eyes for ball 1.
Pitch is that?
Johnson loves to go the other way with the ball. We've seen him have a lot of power in that right center gap, working up and in. Ball 2, Braxton Trammell reaching back into the bag safely after the back pick from Cam Papetti. 2 for 4 day for Cole Johnson yesterday. Both of them singles. An even Steven 300 batting average on the season. Strike 1 on the outer third from Caden Falcone. The Newport offense this year has just been so strong. Trammell takes off a ground ball right side, eats up the first baseman Milano, rushing to the first base bag just in time for out number 2. That right side of the infield having some trouble for the Ocean State Waves. We already saw Gavin Marchese have an error earlier. Guy Milano almost with the second of the inning, but able to recover just in the nick of time.
And that was like a productive out for Newport. Trammell was stealing, and even though Johnson got out, he still have a runner in scoring position for Ryan Jaros.
Ryan Jaros out of Rutgers, 327 batting average on the year. Another guy that hasn't got the home run just yet. We know he has a lot of power. 3 extra base hits, all of them doubles. The reason we keep mentioning the home run is that's Newport leads in several of offensive categories, but one of them being the long ball. 30 home runs on the season. Sits atop the NECBL. 31 now when you factor in Colby Wallace's 3-run shot. But that's not it. That's not just it. 268 batting average leads the league. A 396 on base leads the league, and a 418 slugging atop the league as well by a whole .04 over the Keene Swamp Bats. Jaros grounds one up the middle. Blaze Ward has it, coming across the second base bag. Throw over to first in time. A loud first inning on both sides. After 2 runs from the Ocean State Waves, Kobe Wallace, a 3-run blast, puts the Newport Gulls out in front. The second coming up next on ESPN+. We're going to see which pitching side can settle in first. The Ocean State Waves scored 2 runs in the top half of the first inning, but the Gulls responded with 3 of their own. Victor Frederick back out there for his second inning of work. And while he just kind of lost control during the middle of the inning, he was able to recover after Ernie Echeverria. His throw out at second base caught the runner stealing, and Jackson Bradfield picked up the third out shortly later. But for him, he's just got to pound the zone. The fastball seemed to be working a lot better for him down the back stretch of that inning.
Yeah, Frederick found his stuff in that last batter he faced in the first, and for him, I think if he can go a solid 3 innings, get the next 2 innings shut out for the Gulls, and maybe give it to Jake Lenahan coming in to shut out the Waves for the middle innings.
6, 7, 8, 2 up for the Ocean State Waves, and Jack LaRose, Cam Papetti, and Zach Plasher. Jack LaRose rocking the no gloves look in the left-handed batter's box. First pitch from Frederick just below the knees for ball 1.
LaRose batting .351 so far this season, .509 slugging, .472 on base, so one of the power hitters for his Waves lineup.
1-0 misses upstairs just barely, so first pitch just low, second pitch just high. 2 balls, no strikes. Frederick working on Jack LaRose. Yeah, LaRose really, for the amount that he's played, no Ocean State Waves hitter has been better. 2 balls, no strikes. Catches the outside for strike 1. And I think Frederick, he's beginning to have more competitive misses. Some of his misses in the top of the first inning just weren't really even close to the zone. Guys are just leaving their bats on the shoulder. But definitely dancing around the outside, just has to try and find a focal point inside the zone. 2-1, ground ball right side. Jaros has it, PFP over to the first base bag. Ran to perfection for the first out of the inning. For those of you that couldn't catch yesterday's game, that's for the Newport side of things, the unfortunate ending of yesterday's game. A 10-inning classic against the Mystic Schooners, a game that Newport trailed 8-2, stormed all the way back, courtesy of a 5-run 7th, a 2-run 8th. Tied it up at 9s, heading into extras, but on a ground ball to the first base bag. Pitcher having to go over and cover, just a throw that sailed over his head. So a failed PFP is how the Mystic Schooners scored the walk-off run, which helped them jump the Newport Gulls in those South Division standings.
Yeah, a competitive loss by the Gulls, and being down 8-2 in the middle innings is not easy to come back, but they've done it twice against Mystic, but fell short twice in extras, but it's another kind of, they're growing. Every game they're getting a little bit better, still playing good baseball.
Yeah, and the pitching just wasn't really completely there. Newport had to throw a whole lot of arms out at them, 5 to be exact. 2 balls, no strikes. Home to Cam Papetti, the catcher. inside, ball 3.
And Petty, the hero for the Waves last Friday against Newport with the 2-run home run to deep center field in the 9th inning to help them take home that win against Newport.
What was his first home run of the season? The 3-0 is in there for strike 1. Victor Frederick trying to work all the way back. A busy night from Cardines Field. 3-1 up and in. So a 5-pitch walk to Cam Papetti. Doesn't even have to take the bat off the shoulder. Passes it to the 9 spot, and Gavin Marchese, who made a costly error last inning, allowed Brandon Larson to work his way on. And then with the Colby Wallace home run, Newport out in front instead of the game being tied. But obviously still very early, still a chance to sort of redeem yourself in a sense if you're Gavin Marchese. Batting .238 on the season. Only 1 extra base hit, not a whole lot of power to him, but watches the first pitch in the dirt for ball 1.
And Frederick now missing a little bit low and away. He had some competitive misses in the past previous batters. Now he's going to find the zone again here in the second.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 man on with 1 out. Frederick once again inside. Moves the count to 2-0. He's down throw balls in 6 of his last 7 pitches. American Heroes Night at the ballpark, honoring firefighters, policemen, EMTs before the game. All received free admission as well. The 2-0, sawed off at the hand, shoots it left side and foul.
Yeah, Blasher got a little jammed inside on that pitch. But hopefully Frederick can use that to battle back and get the punch out.
In the end, the Newport Bats have shown they're going to do their part again today, at least through that first inning. But it's just a matter of Victor Frederick can kind of just settle in a little bit. Skips in the 2-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. To Zach Blashard, and I think if you're the Ocean State Waves coaching staff at this point, you're just going to have your guys leave the bat on the shoulder until Victor Frederick can work into him.
And we're getting to the point of the season where it's tough for the pitchers, playing games, 5-6 times a week, can weigh on them. You need a lot of pitchers, losing pitchers.
Ground ball right side, Trammell ranging over, has it cleanly. Victor Frederick covering the bag for the 2nd time this inning. Grabs the out in time. So 2 outs, the runner in Cam Papetti advances over to 2nd.
And that play just told Frederick that the defense is behind him. They're making nice plays, covering bases, they're communicating. So Frederick has to put the ball over the plate, and hopefully defense can make a nice play.
Newport making some strong plays early in the field. First pitch home to Marchese. It's popped right side and foul. I realized I might have, I think when I was during the last batter, I said that Marchese was hitting when it was Blashard. But now Gavin Marchese at the plate, a .238 batting average. The .262 slugging, a .304 on base. Frederick looks back at 2nd, now home, and catches him on the inside with the breaking ball. So another free pass issued by Victor Frederick. The 2nd time he's hit an Ocean State Waves batter. So 2 men on for the top of the order in Blaze Ward. As Ernie Echeverria is gonna go and have a chat with his battery mate on the mound.
Just try to calm Frederick down, 2 outs. Focus on Ward here with 2 outs. Don't think about the guys on base, just think about the guy in the box. And get this funnel out here in the 2nd.
He look at Blaze Ward so far today, 0 for 1, grounded out to second on the first pitch of his at-bat. First pitch this time, a called strike one, Ernie Echeverria peeking back over at first, but no throw made. 2 men on with 2 outs. Newport with an early 3-2 lead. Frederick trying to work out of the jam. Pitch in there for strike 2. Top half of the plate, working the outer third. Puts 2 past Blaze Ward looking. And for a bat that was really aggressive his first time up, possibly a little too patient as he finds himself behind 0-2. Frederick looking for the strikeout. Would be his first of the day. No balls, 2 strikes. Got him swinging, strike 3. Upstairs with the high heat, and Blaze Ward can't catch up to it. So 2 runners left aboard for the Ocean State Waves. Gulls lead 3-2. Try and tack onto the lead when we come back on ESPN+.
Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believed me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. Moment I gotta keep going. I'm shaking the dice and I'm kicking and rolling. They already know.
We are the heartbeat of innovation. The ones who care for your heart as if it were our own. We are challengers who never settle. We are healers who turn fear into hope and the impossible into done. We are at the heart of this community, providing advanced, nationally recognized medicine. We are South Coast Health, Heart and Vascular.
The Gulls offense trying to keep rolling in the home half of the second. Peter Mershon, Ernie Echeverria in the top of the order, and Devin Zyrus due up in the home half of the second. The Ocean State defense, we talked about it, the lowest fielding percentage in the entire NECBL. They've already made 1 error tonight. It was Gavin Marchese at second base on a ground ball from Brandon Larson. We saw Gabe Milano kind of muff a ground ball as well. He was able to recover in time, but they just seem a little bit uncomfortable out there. We know it's a hot and humid night. Sometimes that can get to the fielders. Sometimes that can get to the pitcher on the mound, especially when it's a heavy breaking ball guy like Caden Falcone. But how do you settle in if you're the Ocean State Waves?
You know, I think after the first inning, you saw 2 home runs, and so you kind of have to, the middle innings just to grind, 1 at a time, 1 pitch at a time. Falcone still, has his stuff on the mound. And for the Newport Gulls, you just keep attacking on these Waves defenders, putting the ball into play, making them make the play, and hoping them to, create errors and getting the guys on base and making them pay.
Well, Sweet Escape means that Peter Mershon's trotting up to the dish. One of the fan favorite walk-up songs so far this season. Mershon, another recent Coastal Carolina commit. We mentioned Devin Zyrus. Also heading to the Sun Belt Conference for next season. Mershon stationed in left field tonight, his first start in left on the season. Also got a new haircut as well.
Yeah, the other day I came to the field. I was like, oh, who's the new player? And I was like, oh, there's Peter Mershon. Getting a summer haircut there.
It's hot, man. I think I got to get my hair cut. It's hot when you got a lot of hair on your head.
Yeah, cool off some here at Cardines. Fans 11, a packed house here in Newport tonight.
Yeah, I think this might be the most crowded we've seen the place so far. A Friday night, a Rhode Island rivalry. I mentioned that these 2 teams are just 25 minutes apart, so I think you see fans from both sides, really. As some of the Ocean State faithful in all events made the trip into Newport. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Righty on righty, Falcone trying to set down the leadoff man. Misses up. Count even at 2s.
And Newport, yes, they need to attack, but at the same time, they have to be patient. Wait for their pitch or a pitch close in the zone to put in play.
The 2-2 sliced right side, right over the head of first base coach Noah Martinez and into the fencing. That was a rocket.
Now, I've been down there in that foul territory. That ball comes in fast. We have a few last game up by the dugout. One of the assistant coaches for Valley on Wednesday got hit with a line drive foul ball and standing in the dugout.
The 2-2 fly ball right side. Brody Batove working on in underneath it to make the catch for the first out of the inning. Peter Mershon just a little too far underneath it. Hands it off to Ernie Echeverria, the catcher from Penn. Just joined the Gulls last week after Richard Tejeda had to head back home after injuring one of his fingers. Echeverria has just a lone hit to his name so far on the season, making just his third start here tonight. Breaking ball below the knees for ball one.
And something about this Newport lineup and something we haven't seen in a while is they have power through 1 through 9. It's not like, top of lineup is their heavy hitters. It's throughout all 9 batters, they have pop in their bat.
Ernie Echeverria showing off the pop with a deep fly ball into center field, but Molesky able to work back in time, makes the catch. Back-to-back flyouts for the Gulls is how the bottom of the second begins.
And that's what Falcone really needed here after giving up that 3-run home run is a quick inning, put up a 0 on the board for the Waves.
At least if you're Newport, though, you have some of the confidence in that you're putting good bat to ball. Devin Zyrus has put some of the best bat to ball so far. Flores one the other way in a shallow left field. Plashert working in, not going to get there. Zyrus digging for 2 is going to be a bang-bang play at second. The throw in, not in time. By the skin of his teeth, Devin Zyrus legs out his second double of the ball game. A 2-out extra baser for the Newport Gulls.
A double machine in Devin Zyrus, his 8th of the season. Second time today.
That ball not hit nearly as hard as his first. His first hit of double of the day was basically nearly 100 miles per hour off the bat into right center field. This time instead, just sawed off at the hands, lofts it over the head of Jack LaRose in front of Zach Plasher, right on the left field line. And he was all go coming around that first base bag. The throw just missing him. So Newport with another runner in scoring position, 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Caden Cloud crushed the ball in the deep left field, but Zach Plasher was able to work back on it in time and make a catch at the wall. But you know that Caden Cloud, when he does fully connect, can send a ball out of here in a hurry. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Falcone gets his sign and comes set. The 1-0. Big swing and a miss at the top of the zone for strike 1.
And the Falcone fastball just ran a little too inside on Cloud there.
Cloud getting the start at shortstop tonight. Gus Gandy receiving an off day. It's miraculous to see Newport, the offense really showing out here tonight despite some of their best hitters being out of the lineup. Cloud once again chases up and misses for strike 2. Not Devin Zyrus. Tristan Salinas and Gus Gandy both out of the lineup for Newport. Maddox Hilly recently heading home for the summer. I mean, the last time he left with quite the bang. A 2-home run, 4-hit performance. 6 RBIs as well in that 12-9 win over the Valley Blue Sox. The 1-2, a pickoff move towards second, but no contest as Zyrus is back in safely. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Righty on righty, Falcone working on the freshman out of Kentucky in Caden Cloud. Pitch, misses away. 2-2, Deuces Wild.
And tonight just shows the depth of this Newport roster. They have a few of the top hitters on the bench, but they're still creating that contact and getting the balls in play. And, with a home run by Wallace and the 2 doubles by Zyrus.
The 2-2 misses upstairs, so the count runs full. to Caden Cloud. Devin Zyrus won't be leaving early or anything. He's not forced, so in all events, staying at the second base bag until the ball is either hit in play or the inning comes to a close. Falcone set at the belt. Kicks and deals. A line drive into center field. Molesky right underneath it. Bailey had to move an inch. And that is how the bottom of the second comes to a close. 3 flyouts for Newport. Devin Zyrus picks up his second double of the ball game, but left stranded. 3-2 our score on ESPN+. Back in lovely Newport, Rhode Island for the top of the third between the Newport Gulls and Ocean State Waves. 3-2 our score in favor of Newport, but the heart of the order due up for Ocean State in Molesky, Milano, and Bradfield. Milano, the one with that 2-run blast in the top of the first inning. We'll see what he does his second time around. A mid-inning donut eating contest on the field. Guardians with some of the best on-field activities across the entire NECBL.
And that's something special about summer baseball. Yes, it's about developing for the players. That's the big thing. But you got to have some fun for the fans. And I was talking with Scott Cooper, the director of entertainment, one night, and he gets inspiration from Savannah Bananas, creating the fans' first environment.
Victor Frederick out there for his third inning of work. His second inning far better than his first. Put a goose egg on the board. First pitch home to Molesky, misses low and inside. The location just continuing to be a slight issue for Frederick so far here tonight. He's given up 2 walks, 2 hit by pitches that have equated to the 2 earned runs against him so far. The 1 out. Fastball in on the outside. Evens the count up at sticks.
Yeah, this is a big inning for Frederick here. I think if he can get through this third scoreless against the Waves, and he got through the first third of this game for Newport and hands off to either Jake Lenahan or the Newport bullpen.
Molesky walked his first time around, made a pair of catches in center field. In the last half inning, Frederick almost catches a foot. Instead, it's ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. Top of the third, and a big miss up and away. Moves the count to 3-1.
It's a big pitch for Frederick right here. Try to battle back against Maluski. Try to get the first out of the inning and not give up a leadoff walk.
3 balls, 1 strike home from Frederick on the outside as the count runs full. And the leadoff man was retired in the top of the first. Also retired in the top of the second as well. We'll see if Frederick can make it 3 innings in a row. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch home. Fly ball into center field. Zyrus ranging towards left at the wall makes the catch for a loud out number 1.
And that's exactly what Frederick needed. A good fight, a good battle against Maluski, and he got him to fly out for the first out.
A lot of barrels, a lot of hard hit contact on both sides already, Matt Benestad.
Yeah, it's going to be an offensive game by both teams. Just who can hold up with the pitching the most.
So Gabe Milano, who cranked the ball over the deep right center field part of the fences last time up, shoots one off a foul post on the first pitch of the at-bat, stands in for a second at-bat of the ball game.
Frederick trying to get some revenge here in the third after giving up the 2-run home run back in the first.
It's Fridays in Newport. You know what that means. They're wearing the orange jerseys with those white pants with the blue and orange piping, the tricolor hat, blue, white, and orange on the back, blue brim. Just below the knees for ball one. Well, that good-looking hat, Zephyr, the official on-field cap of the NACBL. Also known as Z-Hat, Zephyr is the authentic college hat with over 800 colleges and channels that same energy and creativity into building custom hats of all types for pro sports teams, clothing brands, and companies everywhere. Pitch misses low and in. Make sure to pick up your Gulls official on-field cap today, or Ocean State Waves hat for any of those fans listening on in. We thank you for joining us on ESPN Plus. Alongside Matt Benestad, I'm Harry Tidgewell. We've had quite the treat so far, a 3-2 contest in favor of Newport. And Milano, another ball that's just sent deep into center field. Zyrus having to work with every foot that he's got. Makes the catch just left of that 360 sign in center field.
I mean, there's been some loud cracks in the bat tonight. The outfielders are definitely busy, including that man, Devin Zyrus, busy at the plate and busy out in center field.
Yeah, he's made 2 catches this inning, has 2 doubles on the offensive side of things. A busy day for the center fielder. Primarily a corner outfielder, but gets shifted up the middle for tonight's contest. Jackson Bradfield, who's 0 for 0, stands in, fouls one straight back. Looks like he might have caught the home plate umpire and Nick Barone, but took it like an ox. Ernie Echeverria turned around to check on him. He gave him the nod that he's okay. So, strike one.
That probably doesn't feel good to get a foul ball like that, right?
I would imagine
I mean,
not.
a few feet back. And
I used to umpire like Little League back when I was in high school, and even taking a foul ball from an 8 or 9-year-old doesn't feel too well. I couldn't imagine a Kennesaw State college athlete shooting a foul ball right back into your mask. Second pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Frederick trying to collect his first 1-2-3 inning of the contest. The Wave passing its way around Cardines Field. A breaking ball on the inside. Catches the plate for strike 2. I feel like it's not a good night to be doing the Wave, though, if you're a Newport fan.
Yeah, I mean, we saw in the national anthem the players yelled Wave when...
Yes, when it came around. That was funny.
But Wave is picking up, though. Here in Newport, big crowd, packed house.
I think it just got all the way to the other end. There you go. It's coming back. You going up, Matt Benestad? There we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Excuse me. Deuce is wild in the top of the third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. No men on. Frederick working on Bradfield. Set at the belt. Comes set, kicks and deals. Breaking ball, tap backwards. Past Echeverria into foul territory. And we'll do it again.
Now, Frederick has really found his stuff here in the third inning. Shut down these Waves batters. Hope to get a 1-2-3 right here.
The 2-2 just moments away. Frederick working on Bradfield. The pitch home. Just outside for ball 3. Frederick started to take a couple steps off of the mound, but retreats and grabs the rosin bag as he'll try to reset for the payoff pitch.
Frederick just need to get a few inches close to the plate there.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch home to Bradfield. Frederick kicks and fires a breaking ball. A real good fight out of the Kennesaw State Owl, extends the at-bat. One more.
Better consider the heavy hitter, Rob Levine.
The 8th pitch. This will be the up-and-coming 8th pitch of the at-bat.
Huge fight from Frederick here. If he can get through this third inning, scoreless, win the battle here against Bradford.
Trying to throw up another goose egg on the scoreboard. The 3-2. Frederick on Bradfield. Pitch home. Breaking ball. Ball 4. Just missing on the inside. Frederick doesn't get the call. Hands the baton off to Brody Batove. So a man aboard with 2 outs for the Ocean State Waves. The tying run now standing at first. The go-ahead run and Brody Batove at home.
Frederick needs to reset on the mound after that long battle with Bradford. Attack Batove right here and get that third out.
First pitch to Batove, misses inside for ball 1. Batove 0 for 1 so far today. The Ocean State Waves, just the 1 hit to their name. Frederick missing inside again. A favorable hitter's count into Brady Batove. 2 balls, no strikes.
And Frederick trying to work inside on Batove. Try to get him jammed up. Ground just to the left side over there with Cloud and Wallace.
The 2-0 with 2 outs. In at the letters for strike 1. Frederick, 53 total pitches so far, 25 of them good for strikes. That's really been the one curse of his outing so far, but he has the lead nonetheless. Batove started to go around but held up in time. Pitches a called ball on the inside. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Jackson Bradfield, the man at first. He's worked his way on base already twice today. Brody Batove trying to work his way aboard for the first time. The 3-1 in the dirt, ball 4. So back-to-back walks with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd. Brings Jack LaRose up to the plate, who has been one of the most dangerous bats for the Ocean State Waves so far this season, prompting pitching coach Kevin Long to go have a quick meeting on the mound.
And Long just trying to settle down Frederick. Get out of this third inning here. Focus on LaRose at the plate. Just like the second inning with the 2 guys on with 2 outs. Just telling him, get the batter, focus on the batter, and get the final out of the inning.
And he was so close to getting out of this inning against Bradfield, but the designated hitter just put up such a good fight, eventually worked the walk, and then that little funk seems to carry over into the next at-bat. We'll see if he can shake it, however. 2 men on with 2 outs as pitching coach Kevin Long retreats back to the first base dugout. They gave him a shout out before the game. Oh, there's us, Matt Benestad. How are you guys? I feel like I'm looking at the TV and it's looking at me. It's messing with my mind. But
living in like a 4K world, Galaxy world, whatever
I know,
it is.
right?
And Frederick's living in the 2 out, 2 runners on world here with LaRose up at.
Looks back at second, now home. The pitch, a very late wave and a miss from Jack LaRose. He was a second or so late on that one. So Frederick works ahead early, 0-1. The pitch, foul back into the mitt, in and out of the mitt, I should say. Ernie Echeverria unable to hold on to it, but strike 2 nonetheless.
Now, I think for Frederick, to quote Major League, you gotta stick with the heater. He's got LaRose. Now, 0-2 off speed could be in play as well, but LaRose can't catch him with that fastball.
We'll see what he goes with here. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 men on. Pitch home from Frederick, grounded right side. Jaros has it, running it to the bag himself. for out number 3. Frederick escapes the jam. 2 waves work their way aboard, but none come across to score. A 3-2 lead for the Gulls as we head to the home half on ESPN+.
What makes a great team hat? It starts with a Z. For decades, Zephyr has been making the most iconic headwear in the game, trusted by teams, colleges, and pros. We cut out the middlemen and work directly with our manufacturers, so you get top quality, fast turnaround, and prices that make sense. From bold designs to unbeatable fit, Zephyr hats are built to match the quality of your team, right down to the last stitch. Zephyr Team Headwear, born from experience, built for teams that stand out.
I'm Annalena Aubin, and one of Newport's strengths this season is the depth in left-handed pitching. With 7 lefties on the roster, the Gulls have plenty of options to pull from the bullpen, giving the coaching staff the ability to make key pitching changes, especially in later innings. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Adelina. The Newport pitching, especially from that left side, has really been so strong all season long. Victor Frederick, obviously a right-handed arm, but we'll see if they go to the bullpen eventually if it's a left-hander. A 3-2 lead for Newport, 3-4-5. 2 up to begin the inning, and Brandon Larson, Colby Wallace, and Braxton Trammell. All 3 guys that have now homered across the last 2 games. That's a Corgi out there in center field.
And the Corgi just ran right past a whole bucket of baseballs. I'm guessing they got that from batting practice. Or Brendan Larson hitting the bombs.
Yeah, I mean, with the 30 home run balls from Newport, I'm sure that house has had to do some collecting. First pitch home to Larson, misses inside. It's one of the best parts, I think, about Cardinals Field is you have the houses, the park over the left field fence, and you just see some of the families sitting outside on the porch enjoying the action. Something that just screams summer baseball.
Yeah, this is one of the best fields for summer baseball. You got the family-friendly, the neighborhood, the town of Newport, people walking by, $5 to get in, and what's better than that?
Falcone falls behind 2-0 to Brandon Larson and misses up and in for ball 3.
Larson with 9 walks on the season. Might get his 10th right here.
The 3-0 catches the inside for strike 1. So Larson not home sweet home just yet. Falcone in his 3rd inning of work, the 3-1 gets Larson a chase on the breaking ball, so the count runs full. Newport, their 3rd day and their 3rd game in just as many days. They'll have the off day tomorrow before heading to Holyoke, Mass. To square off with the Valley Blue Sox on Sunday. Larson grounds one sharply right side. Gavin Marchese has it cleanly, throw to first in time for out number 1.
But another hard-hitting ball by Newport Gulls batter, and so nothing to walk away of shame to the dugout with that. The Gulls are still putting a lot of power and pop into the bat.
The schedule for Ocean State, really an upcoming gauntlet across this next week. They play the Martha's Vineyard Sharks tomorrow, followed by a doubleheader with the Keene Swamp Bats on Sunday. First pitch is a ball in and out of the glove of Cam Papetti. Then they're back at Newport. They'll be hosting Newport on Tuesday. And they end next week with hosting the Martha's Vineyard Sharks on Friday. The Valley Blue Sox mixed in there as well, but in between the Swamp Bats, Gulls, and Sharks, 3 of the top 5 teams in the NECBL. Those are not some easy matchups to have to play.
But for the Waves, that could be huge if they want to make a run towards the playoffs.
Yeah, you pick up some momentum, and then you keep on rolling, try and grab one of the 8 NECBL playoff spots. Wallace works ahead 3-0. Obviously a dangerous bat to have to pitch to, especially after what we saw out of him last time with his 3-run blast over the left field wall.
Second straight 3-0 count.
Winner Falcone will just try and work around him. Breaking ball misses up and in, so a 4-pitch walk issued to number 3, Colby Wallace. From one Eastern Carolina Pirate to the other, Braxton Trammell now stands in the left-handed batter's box.
And Trammell's probably one of the best switch hitters I've watched. He has power from both sides, can work it to all fields, whether he's standing in the right or left-handed batter's box.
First pitch to Trammell below the zone, but the switch hitting second baseman dives beneath the zone to swing and miss at that one for strike 1. The 0-1. Crushed right side, but well out of play.
Bro, he just hit fly balls, bro.
About a whole 5 seconds too early on that one. You can hear from the dugout someone saying he might have just hit pliables. I don't think that's a bad shot at all. The smoothie shop that the players are quite fond of. It's been a recent go-to for some of the guys. The 0-2, grounded right side, so Braxton Trammell just a little too early on back-to-back pitches. We'll see if he can adjust and straighten something out.
It's amazing how fast this ball leaves the ballpark on foul balls, especially with that last one by Trammell. I mean, it took 2 seconds, you blink and you miss it. It's long gone in the Newport neighborhood.
The 0-2, breaking ball just misses for ball 1. You kind of get the sense that both Falcone and Frederick's day are nearing a close, both starting arms. It'll come down to which bullpen can really settle in a little bit more, but Falcone trying to keep this game right where it's at. The 1-2, inside, almost caught him. Instead, the count even at deuces. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 man out with 1 man on over at first. Falcone kicks and deals and gets Trammell with the breaking ball, goes fishing below the zone, comes up empty-handed for the second out of the inning.
And Falcone has some good movement on that off-speed. I mean, a few pitches to Trammell, his off-speed just it dropped right at the zone and fooled Braxton.
Cole Johnson gets his second chance at the dish. Trying to find a way to move Colby Wallace around the bases. Fly ball the other way. That one might have hit pliables as well. They got to watch out over there.
And maybe the big parking lot. Lots of windshields around this field.
Johnson 0 for 1 so far today. Pickoff move towards first. Wallace dives back in safely. Johnson grounded out to first his first time up. The 0-1, swing and a miss for strike 2. Papetti pump fake towards first, but no throw made. Newport down to their last strike in the home half of the third.
Another great off-speed pitch by Falcone. Started in, worked out.
The 0-2, outside, ball 1. Falcone, especially this inning, has done a really good job of working ahead on Newport batters. Outside of the 4-pitch walk to Wallace, he got 2 strikes early on Braxton Trammell. Gets 2 strikes early on Cole Johnson as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch, breaking ball, got him swinging, strike 3. Way out in front. A wave and a miss, and Falcone picks up another strikeout on the evening. 3-2 our score on ESPN+.
Most people spend their time trying to fit in. Not me. I want to be all in. I want to be in too deep, in the moment, in the center of it all, in the room where it happens. In it to make a difference every single moment of every single day. So grit your teeth and smile. Be ready to take on adversity. Be ready to transform the world. Ready for whatever life has in store. So, you in?
The motoring event of the year returns. The Audrey Newport Concours and Motor Week, October 1st through 4th. Witness breathtaking automobiles against a stunning backdrop of coastline and historic venues. From celebrated events like the Gathering and Concours d'Elegance to the all-new Supercar and Hypercar Concours, and free access to the Concours Village. There's something for all to enjoy. Join us in our chair Jay Leno in celebrating automotive excellence, luxury, and community. Tickets on sale now.
Victor Frederick trotting on back out there for what will be his 4th inning of work at 61 total pitches so far. He'll be facing number 21, Cam Papetti, followed by Zach Plasher and Gavin Marchese. 7-8-9 due up for the Ocean State Waves.
And I think if it reaches to the top of the lineup, I think Newport might bring in a new arm for that 3rd time through the batter's order.
Yeah, we'll see. I think it's a combination of maybe if Frederick gets 2 of the first 3 guys out, you let him keep going, just try and pick up that 3rd out and start a new guy fresh next inning. But yeah, if 2 of these first 3 guys work their way on, you could see a mid-inning change. We'll see how Newport decides to play it. Head coach of the pitching staff, Kevin Long, assistant pitching coach, Dylan Brown. Teddy Regan, the acting manager tonight.
And there's some action. I saw Teddy Regan go up the bullpen this past half inning.
First pitch misses inside for ball 1. The 1-0. And it got him up towards the helmet area. Seems like it got him on the shoulder, but up and in nonetheless. So the leadoff man aboard via the hit by pitch. The 3rd time Frederick's done that here tonight. Now Zach Plasher getting his chances.
Yeah, it's the small things that hurts Frederick. The walks or hit by pitches throughout the first 3+ innings so far.
First pitch home to Plasher. In there for strike 1. The lefty 0 for 1 on the day.
He had a 4-1 putout his last at bat. Doesn't happen often.
No balls, 1 strike, 1 man on with no outs, and Frederick misses away for ball 1, so the count even at sticks. Just a fun night overall, Matt Benestad. I mean, this matchup always seems to just be close. I know we're still in the early innings, still the front half of things, but we're shaping up for what could be a really good ball game.
Yeah, whenever the Waves and Gulls play, it's always a fun time. There's always big hits and big-time plays in the field. Packed crowds, especially here at Cardines.
The 1-1 misses. Excuse me, the 1-1 catches the zone for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No outs. Frederick trying to retire his first. Comes set, kicks and deals. Fastball just above the letters for ball 2. You can see Jake Lenahan, number 19, holding his glove down there. He could easily be the first man out of the bullpen. It's expected he'll pitch at some point today.
Frederick can get through 4 innings. It's huge for his Newport pitching staff. For Lennon can pick up the middle innings.
The 2-2 is foul back towards the Newport dugout. So we'll do it again. Frederick approaching 70 total pitches on the outing. As a reliever, a long inning reliever for St. John's during the spring, he still really hasn't thrown this many pitches in an outing. The 2-2 inside for ball 3 as the count runs full.
A good battle from Plesher. See who takes the win here.
Three balls, 2 strikes. Still no men out. Frederick trying to prevent the first 2 runners from reaching base safely. The payoff pitch home, runner goes, and tapped foul right side, a barehanded grab in the dugout.
That might have been Teddy Regan with the barehanded grab.
I think it might have been Noah Martinez next to him, but right there. I don't know which one of them grabbed it, but Nate Grace, our head of the analytics department, handing it back to a lucky fan. So another payoff pitch. Frederick into Zach Blasher, but first a pickoff move towards the first base bag. Papetti dives back in safely. Three balls, 2 strikes. Another move. Once again, not in time.
Papetti, no stolen bases yet on the season.
The 3-2. Got him looking. Strike 3. A fastball that just catches the low and away corner is how Victor Frederick picks up his first out of the frame in the top of the 4th. A very, very, very close call, and after that long at-bat, it seems like that might be all for Victor Frederick's day. Acting manager Teddy Regan trotting out to the pitcher's mound. We'll see if he makes the point down towards the bullpen.
Yeah, if that is the end of Frederick's outing, that's a great night for the right-hander. Few Ks in the book, but after giving the home run, he really settled in and found his groove.
A great pitch to end it on, as the golf cart's going to come on out. Jake Lenahan, the next arm coming in for the Newport Gulls. He'll inherit the 1 runner with 1 out in the top of the 4th. That does it for Victor Frederick's day. We'll have more on the other side from ESPN+. We welcome you back for the top of the 4th. 1 out already in the inning. Jake Lenahan, the new arm on the mound, shifting back to the bullpen for tonight's performance, trying to give him a little extra rest. We look at Jake Lenahan so far this season, one of, if not the best arm for the Newport Gulls. A 1.5 ERA across his team best 24 innings pitched. 5 walks to 24 strikeouts. Just a 184 batting average against. He went 5 innings against the Bristol Blues on June 27th, allowed just 1 earned run, and we invite our sideline reporter, Adelina Aubin, into the broadcast booth with us. Adelina, what are your takeaways from the game so far?
A lot going on, so I think it's a pretty exciting game so far. The innings are a little slow, but it's good. It's picking up.
That's baseball for you. I mean, other than that first inning, I feel like we've moved slightly quick. The runner takes off. Echeverria's thrown down to second. Not in time. Mark it as a stolen base for Cam Papetti. And I'll ask you about the defense behind the dish so far this season. Between Ernie Echeverria, Adam Broski, and a couple other guys behind the dish that have popped in and out. They've done a really good job defensively. How important has that been for the Newport squad?
I think for sure, it's definitely been extremely important. You know, catcher is like one of the most important positions on the field, and so definitely one of the most. It's been pretty well this season.
Wallace in and out of his glove at third, throw to first on a hop, not in time. So Newport's first error of the ball game, an E5 on Colby Wallace. And we'll talk about Colby's offensive production, that 3-run blast in the bottom of the first inning. Newport obviously falling behind early. How important was it for them to have that immediate response?
Definitely important, I would say. Definitely important.
So the first at bat from Jake Lenahan ends in an error. Runners on first and second with one out to the top of the order in Blaze Ward. First pitch misses for ball one.
And Lenahan just one pitch away of getting out of this inning.
Yeah, I mean, the double play still is in order. Ward himself offers a lot of speed out of the box, especially on the left side. That pitch fouled off the netting. Caught by Thomas Molesky in the on-deck circle. Nice grab.
Lenahan making his first appearance in relief for the Gulls. And is this his first time pitching in front of the Cardinals crowd?
I believe so, yes. Jake Lenahan, typically a Saturday arm. Runner goes from second, popped up and foul. So Campapetti, after sliding into third, will have to retreat back to the second base bag. Some aggressiveness from the Ocean State Waves on the base paths. That's something that you have to expect, though, when you're the Newport Gulls. And obviously, you look at the standings, you're the better team in tonight's matchup. But the Ocean State Waves are going to try and quite literally steal as many bases, steal as many runs as they possibly can. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lenahan's pitch home, misses up and away for ball 2. Adelina, a packed house here at Cardinals tonight. The extra flavor that this place seems to have on Friday nights, how special is it?
I think it's awesome, honestly. I think when there's more crowd here, I think it gets our players more hyped up for the game, and I think also just it's a lot of fun. It gives you that summer ballpark feeling, and it's an awesome experience.
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously Cardinals pulls in a pretty decent crowd every night, but really, I mean, left field's wall to right field's wall tonight.
It's very packed tonight, for sure.
Aren't many open seats.
And we were supposed to have some rain, so I'm surprised a lot of people came out.
We were supposed to have some rain. It seems like the precipitation might be holding off. The 2-2, Blaze Ward shoots one the other way in a shallow left field. Mershon is run in, makes the catch for out 2, throw to second, trying to double up Campapetti, not in time, but Jake Lenahan has his first out of the outing.
And again, the Newport defense coming in clutch here in the fourth with 2 guys on. Good play out there by Mershon and left.
All right, well, Adelina, we have to get your answer. We've been asking all the players this, but since you're a special guest, you're included as well.
Okay.
If you had to take a road trip across the country, what fellow intern are you going with?
Ooh, okay, this is easy. Veronica.
I was
100%.
expecting that.
We are known as...
I mean, I assume I'm a close second.
Yes, for sure. Me and Veronica are double trouble, though. So,
yes.
You know, everyone... I just got asked by Ryan Novak, actually, in the dugout, where is your other half? And I told him that she was doing a camera down at third base.
I mean, I know I don't tell you guys enough, but some of the best reporters in the entire NACBL, seriously.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Such an amazing job. Thomas Molesky, the lefty, digging on in with 2 outs, quickly falls behind 0-2. The pitch shown from Lenahan. Just misses the up and away corner.
17.
A gasp from the Newport dugout. Thought for a second that Lenahan picked up the 3-pitch K, but instead it will take one more. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 men on in the top of the 4th. The pitch home from Lenahan, popped up left side, drifting towards the bullpen. Colby Wallace making a run at it, and it'll creep into the stands. So we'll do it again.
Well, no, Harry, I have to ask you, who are you taking on a road trip?
I think I actually, Will Coleman already spun this question on me. I think I'd have to go with Carter Holubesco.
Really? Why?
17.
Similar to you and Veronica, just, you know, that's I'm always with them. Everything we do at the places, everything we do at Cardines, we're together.
Right.
The 1-2 for Tom Lima. Called strike 3, breaking ball on the outer third. Got him looking. So Lenahan works out of the jam, picks up his first 2 outs of relief work. A 3-2 lead for Newport. We'll come back on ESPN Plus after this. Caden Falcone back out there for the Ocean State Waves. He'll face 7-8-9 and Ryan Jaros, Peter Mershon, and Ernie Echeverria. Jake Lenahan walking down that left field line with third base coach, hitting coach, acting manager Teddy Regan. You wonder if what they're talking about, possibly how long that Jake Lenahan might be going tonight.
And Falcone is in a similar situation as Frederick, facing the 7-8-9 hitters. And I think if he can get to the top of the lineup with Cyrus for the 3rd time with his 2 doubles, and it's maybe 1 out, I think the Waves will go into the bullpen just like Newport did.
Yeah, exactly the same exact scenario, actually. I mean, he's facing 7-8-9 in the order, and especially with how good the top of the order and Devin Cyrus specifically has been, the 2 doubles to his name already, I don't think you're going to let Falcone pitch to him again, depending on how these first 3 batters go. Currently at 61 total pitches on the outing. All 3 runs that he surrendered came in that first inning of play via the Colby Wallace home run ball. He's surrendered 4 hits, 1 walk, 2 Ks. Ryan Jaros 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to second his first time up.
It's been a quiet game since that first inning.
Jaros pops one left side, first pitch, running on in. Zach Plasher going on back. Blaze Ward, and the shortstop makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Another good piece of hitting by a Newport Gulls batter. Just a little under it is Jaros.
So after the first pitch of the inning, in steps Peter Mershon, also 0 for 1 today. Popped out to right field his first time up. First pitch misses the outside for ball 1.
And Mershon with a hard-hit ball to right field back in the second. Still has the pop on the bat, but right to the Waves right fielder.
1-0 breaking ball. Doesn't get the call at the knees, so a favorable hitter's count for Peter Mershon. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch. Another breaking ball. This time catches the top half for strike 1.
That's a dangerous pitch by Falcone, hanging a curveball over the heart of the plate with these powerful Newport hitters.
Yeah, it's been heavy breaking balls out of the right-hander all evening long. And really outside of that one miss to Colby Wallace, the home run, and Devin Cyrus had a hard-hit double as well. He's worked fairly well, especially against these right-handers. The 3-1, grounded, left side. Blaze Ward has it, running on in. Throw to first. In and out of the glove of the first baseman, Gabe Milano. So another defensive miscue from the Ocean State Waves as Peter Mershon reaches safely.
And that's another mistake by the Waves that hopefully Newport can take advantage of here in the fourth. The third mistake by this Waves infield.
Ruled as a base hit, but definitely a throw that Blaze Ward would want back, and if you're Gabe Milano, a scoop that he wished he could have made. The fourth hit on the day for the Newport Gulls. Ernie Echeverria, the catcher, standing in, watches strike one down Main Street. Flew out to center field, deep center field his first time up, put some really good bat to ball, but drove it to the deepest part of the ballpark. Molesky able to move underneath it. Pickoff move over towards first. Mershon back in, standing up.
Echeverria came in to help out Broski behind the plate, as there's a few games that Broski was just a lone catcher on the roster. Bringing the guy from Penn.
Home plate umpire calling time. Ernie Echeverria digs back in. No balls, one strike, one out. Peter Mershon, the man off of first. Pitch home for Falcone. Runners goes in the dirt. Throw to second. Escapes into the center field grass. So Peter Mershon into second base safely. Count that as a stolen base, his first of the season. And Newport has a runner in scoring position, trying to tack on some insurance. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Mershon off of second. Jumping around over at the bag. Breaking ball home, a fly ball in a shallow center field. Molesky underneath it. Mershon retreating back to the bag as the center fielder makes the catch. The second time he's made the catch off the bat of Ernie Echeverria, and it's good for the second out of the inning.
Another solid piece of hitting from Echeverria, but a little under it this time for a second fly out. But back up to the top of the lineup, and looks like the Waves going to keep Falcone in.
They'll see if he can beat Zyrus the third time around. They say third time's the charm. Zyrus with 2 doubles on his day already. First pitch low and inside for ball 1. Falcone has eaten up a lot of innings for the Ocean State Waves. He's actually the arm that has seen the second most action so far this season. Is 20 innings pitched. Only trails Dylan Causey. The 1-0, Zyrus offers that, but comes up empty-handed. For strike 1, count even at sticks.
This will be a big punch-out for Falcone. Get through 4 innings, put another goose egg on the board, and leave runner stranded.
The 1-1 sends Zyrus digging in the dirt for strike 2. Working ahead quickly on the lefty. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Peter Mershon stands off of second. Pitch in the dirt, bounces in front of Cam Papetti. A nice block to keep it in front. The Bryant Bulldog.
And Papetti, a pretty good-sized catcher behind the plate. Got the height.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuce is wild. The pitch home misses away, so the count runs full to Devin Zyrus, trying to work his way on for the 3rd time this ball game.
A big hole right by that shortstop. See if he can work the opposite field and bring in Mershon.
He went the other way his last time around. The 3-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him to offer up at it upstairs and sneaks it past him for another strikeout on his evening. That's all from Caden Falcone. A nice recovery after that first inning of work. 3-2 our score in favor of Newport as we head to the top of the 5th on ESPN+.
Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believed me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the D. defense. The moment I gotta keep going, I'm shaking the dice and I'm kicking and rolling, they already know.
We are the heartbeat of innovation, the ones who care for your heart as if it were our own. We are challengers who never settle. We are healers who turn fear into hope and the impossible into done. We are at the heart of this community, providing advanced, nationally recognized medicine. We are South Coast Health, Heart and Vascular.
During the break, I think we just had a collision on the around the base race. Came down to the final step. But the baseball on the field has been just as exciting, just as nail-biting for the first half of things. Newport leads 3-2 over their interstate rival, the Ocean State Waves. Look down on the bullpen. Parker Jennings, one of the arms that's possibly hot today, makes his return from back home. He went home for the fourth, but what better way to warm up than with some hacky sack out in left field, am I right?
Yeah, that's a key thing in this time of baseball league. You see it, pitchers had a circle, the hitters had a circle during pregame. It's fun to take your mind off the game, have some fun. Pitchers who aren't playing just to hang out in the bullpen.
Jake Lenahan out there for his second inning of relief work, picked up the final 2 outs of the top of the fourth, and now we'll work through the heart of the Ocean State order in the top of the fifth. Gabe Milano, Jackson Bradfield, and Brody Batove, 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Waves.
Now Lenahan looked strong in the bottom of the fourth when he came in for Newport, relieved Frederick. Let's see if it can continue here in the fifth.
First pitch is a breaking ball that misses downstairs for ball one. Milano 1 for 2 today, had the home run his first time around. Flew out in the third. Add another one to the scoreboard if this one were to get out of here, drifting towards the right field corner, but it's down in play for extra bases. The throw in a second, Milano slides in safely. An impressive offensive performance for the first baseman.
Yeah, it wasn't a hard-hitted ball, but it's dropped in that quarter in right field, right by the warehouse. Legged out a double to start off the fifth for the Waves.
Yeah, and he got just about every bit of that ball. You thought it would maybe escape over that shallow right field porch, but banking off the wall instead. So the first man reaches via the double. The tying run now standing just 180 feet away for the Ocean State Waves. For Jackson Bradfield, who's worked his way aboard twice, but yet to record a hit here tonight. Popped up, shallow right side. Ryan Jaros on the first base line, right over the bag, makes the catch for out number 1.
And that's exactly the response that you wanted from Lenahan, to attack the next batter, forget about the double you gave up, and try to get out of this inning scoreless.
A nice recovery, as now he faces Brody Batove out of Indiana. 0 for 1 today. First pitch is a called strike at the top of the zone. Those 2 hits by Gabe Milano, the only 2 hits for the Ocean State Waves here today. He's just been a monster offensively. But the rest of the lineup's going to have to pick it up a little bit if Ocean State wants to tie things up or even find a way to take the lead in the top of the fifth.
And Lenahan looking strong out there on the mound so far. Working on the zone, hitting his spots.
Breaking ball downstairs, misses for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 man on for the Ocean State Waves.
Good patience by Batove at the plate on the off speed.
The 2-1 inside, almost caught Patov. He's already been hit by one pitch today, and it feels like they've continuously almost caught him on the inside. Excuse me, he hasn't been hit by a pitch yet, but it feels like he almost has multiple times.
It was a walk back in the third, and
yes.
4 of those pitches were all on the inside.
Lenahan bounces in ball 4 before the plate. So a second man aboard for the Ocean State Waves. Now runners on first and second with 1 out in the top of the 5th. As now that the go-ahead run has reached base safely.
Number 13, Jack LaRose.
Jack LaRose, the 6 hitter in tonight's lineup, stands on in. Showing bunt. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Lenahan usually doesn't have many control issues. I mean, you look at the numbers so far this season, and he has a great strikeout to walk ratio. Pitch catches the outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. 24 strikeouts to 5 walks entering tonight's matchup. But so far, just 1 lone strikeout to 1 lone walk.
And Lenahan was named the National Pitcher of the Week a few weeks back, early in middle of June, after his dominant outing out at Valley. 6 innings of no-hit work. One of the best by the Newport staff so far this summer.
The 1-2. Breaking ball just misses outside. He's really loved to work that outer third against the left-handed bats. I guess maybe a little scared to work inside after you saw what Gabe Milano was able to do. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch home upstairs. So the count runs full. Lenahan at risk of walking back-to-back batters. I don't think that's something we've seen out of him all season long.
And he's working up and outside, staying away from the middle lane pitches.
The 2-2 lined right side and down the line fair. Gabe Milano gets the wave at third. He'll score safely. It's an RBI double for Jack LaRose. Knots us up at 3 in the top of the 5th.
And the pitch came middle in, and LaRose got all of it down the right field line. The second time a ball went to that corner this inning for the Waves.
Scorched over the head of Ryan Jaros. Skipping all the way into that right field corner. And now the pressure turning up a little bit. If you're Jake Lenahan and the Newport Gulls, they're going to cut the infield up onto the grass with the go-ahead run at Brody Batov over at third. The first pitch home to Campapetti is a called strike at the top of the zone.
It's a huge at-bat for Lenahan to get that second out and push the infield back with 2 outs.
0-1 in there as well. Catches the outer third for strike 2. Trying to recover as quickly as possible. And you're right, just push that infield back, make it a much more comfortable scenario. The 0-2 just misses at the knees.
It looked like that pitch dragged Echeverria's glove down. If he stuck that at the bottom of the zone, it could have been called strike 3.
You could see Papetti practically bent over. The 1-2 misses outside. So back-to-back balls work the count even at 2s. With 2 men on and 1 out. Brody Batov, the man off of third. Jack LaRose over at second. The 2-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. He blew the heat right past him for a very important second out as the infield will retreat back to their original positioning.
That was the pure Jake Lenahan right there. He gave up that double and he was like, I'll take care of the next batter right there, and sent Papetti back to the dugout.
Really rode the fastball throughout the entirety of that at-bat. Now faces Zach Blanchard, another lefty. Breaking ball misses away.
Blanchard 0 for 2 today. Ground ball and strikeout.
grounds one off his foot, foul down the right field line, hopping it off towards third.
And
Came off of him hard. I mean, it got all the way past the first base bag.
That would leave a mark on the foot that probably stings a little bit.
Didn't happen to me a lot when I was playing. I feel like I've seen it a lot this season. Maybe that's just because I wasn't making contact a bunch, Matt Benestad. But I didn't foul a lot of pitches off my feet. But it looks like it would hurt a lot.
I think the higher the velocity the ball's coming in,
It's harder to hit it right, yeah.
The harder the sting.
One ball, one strike, 2 outs, 2 men on. Pitch home from Lenahan. Catches the outside for strike 2. Right on the corner. Can't ask for much more than that.
And that was just a beautiful pitch. It dropped right into the outside corner. Lenahan's really in his groove right now.
Go-ahead run stands over at third. Lenahan trying to work out of the jam. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch home, roped into right field and down in front of Johnson. Batove will score. Jack LaRose coming around third. The throw in, not in time. Ernie Echeverria can't find it, but it won't matter. Zach Blashert's going to stay put over at first after his 2 RBI single. Puts Ocean State out in front, 5-3.
Yeah, it's a huge momentum swing for the Waves to get those 2 guys in scoring position in. Get their second lead of the game since the first inning.
The lefties between Jack LaRose and Zach Blashert having their way with Jake Lenahan in the top of the 5th. The Ocean State Waves now back out in front, not by 1, but by 2. Courtesy of a 3-run top of the 5th. Marchese pops one up towards the dugout. Jaros giving chase. At the fence with room, makes the catch for out number 3. But the Waves strike, they scratch across 3 more. Their first time scoring since the top of the first, but they have a 5-3 lead as we're halfway through on ESPN+.
Stadionic's primary goal is to maximize fan safety and amplify the fan experience so that you or your client get exactly what you envision.
Welcome into beautiful Chapel Hill, North Carolina. It's downright gorgeous.
How will the Gulls respond? Both teams scored, well, the Ocean State Waves scored 2 runs in the top of the first. The Gulls scored 3 runs in the bottom half of the inning. And then the next 3 full innings were all scoreless. But after that 3-run top of the 5th from the Ocean State Waves, how does Newport respond? They have the heart of their order up in Caden Cloud, Brandon Larson, and Colby Wallace. So a good opportunity to get right back into the ball game, and they only trail by 2. A new arm on the mound for those Ocean State Waves. A new righty out of the bullpen in number 26. And that's going to be
Elliot Eaton.
Elliot Eaton, a 2.00 ERA on the season. Typically a starter. He's started 3 games for the Waves so far this season, but his 6th appearance on the year comes out of the bullpen. 18 total innings pitched. He's given up 4 earned runs, 8 walks, 20 strikeouts, a 197 batting average against. An Ivy League guy out of Princeton last year against Bristol on July 2nd, went 4 innings, didn't surrender a single run. Racked up 8 Ks as well, so some of his best baseball as of late, and he'll be tasked with trying to hold on to this 2-run lead.
And the Gulls tend to play better when they're down by a few runs. You saw it against Valley on Wednesday. You saw it last night against Mystic, down 8-2. They tend to get hot in those middle to late innings when they're down and like to get those late inning comebacks.
First pitch breaking ball to Caden Cloud is a called strike. 0-1 to number 1, who's 0 for 2 today. He's put both balls in play, but no hits to show for it just yet. And waves and misses at the breaking ball away for strike 2. Elliot Eden getting some early cheers from the crowd. The visiting crowd that must have made their way to Cardines Field. The 0-2 skips in the dirt. And an interesting release point from Eden. He's not quite sidearm, but he's coming in at you about 3 o'clock from that right side. I guess that'd be 9 o'clock. Envisioning a clock looking at the pitcher.
A good 0-2 pitch by Eaton too, try to get Cloud to chase.
Breaking ball and fooled Cloud with that one to say the least. Watches it right down the heart of the plate for strike 3, out number 1. As Cloud goes down 0 for 3 on his day. Brandon Larson trying to get the Newport offense going once again. He's 0 for 2, but reached via an error his first time up. And Newport really just in need of a base runner any way they can find it. They had 3 hits in that first inning. Since then, only 2 more. And it looks like that Peter Mershon hit was re-ruled into an error. So, excuse me, just the 4 hits, so just the 1 hit to Devin Zyrus.
Yeah, Newport is just in need of a big hit somewhere in the gap to kind of get some momentum after giving up the lead in the top of the 5th.
Well, the count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out. Eaton gets Larson to swing and miss at that one for strike 2.
Eaton has some good movement, especially on the last pitch. It moved in on Larson.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Eden looking for his 2nd K, and instead hits Larson on the ankle of that lead right foot, jogging it out to the first base bag. You can see a slight limp in his step, but he appears to be okay.
Yeah, that was a straight fastball right to the ankle. It
doesn't feel good. He's going to walk it off down the right field line. Take a quick moment.
Brings up the home run hitter and Colby Wallace after this 3-run blast back in the first. The Gulls only runs.
And Newport could really use him again to get some energy going into this place. We've mentioned the packed crowd numerous times, but it feels like it just has slowly died down in terms of energy, especially since the Ocean State Waves have taken the lead. First pitch misses low and away for ball 1. Still obviously a long way to go. Halfway through things from Cardines Field.
Yeah, we saw the game last Friday. Newport was up 2 runs into the 9th inning. The Waves pulled away, so this game is far from over.
Fastball at the belt draws the count even at sticks. The 1-1 breaking ball downstairs for ball 2.
Now getting guys on base is the first task for Newport. It's the only way you can take back the lead here and on track for right now.
The 2-1 is another breaking ball that Wallace offers at and shoots foul right side into the netting. So now 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out and 1 man aboard. The pitch shown. Outside, count runs full. Newport trying to get to the new pitcher in Elliot Eden, very similar to how they got to Caden Falcone when he first began his outing.
Yeah, huge part of the inning too. If Wallace can get on and 2 guys was
3-2 is a breaking ball upstairs, but Wallace fouls it off straight to the backstop, and we'll do it again.
2 guys on and 1 out for Newport is better than the 2 outs and only 1 on to try to get some momentum back.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Eden set, ready for the payoff pitch home to Wallace. Kicks and deals. Chopped right side. Marchese drifting towards the first base bag. Has it, throw to first in time. Larson advances the 90 feet over to second. No chance at the double play ball there. So 2 outs and the tying run heading to the plate, and Braxton Trammell, who's showcased a lot of power as of late, already has a hit here today. A line drive single right back up the middle, but yesterday picked up 3 hits, including a double and a home run, and we've seen him already send 1 foul ball that would have gotten out of this place had he had straightened it out. With 1 swing of the bat, could tie things up for Newport, or even just a ball that gets into the outfield grass, could cut the 2-run deficit in half. Pitch is fouled straight down off the plate for strike 1.
Yeah, just off time for Trammell right there on the first pitch, but I think for Newport just to get Larson in from second would be a win for them in the 5th inning.
Trying to respond to a 3-run top of the 5th from the Ocean State Waves. The 0-1 home. Breaking ball catches the zone for strike 2.
Now on that pitch, the off speed on the outside corner, Trammell should look to the opposite field, the big gap at the shortstop.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Eaton trying to leave the runner stranded over at second. Trammell pops one left side towards the dugout. Running is Plasher into the dugout, into the bullpen, I should say. Coming up empty-handed, so we'll do it again. And he was giving full chase up towards the mounds.
And it's not an easy play to make over there. I mean, lots of obstacles over there in the bullpen. Players and mounds and the uneven foul territory here at Cardines.
Not a whole lot of foul territory to play with in general. No balls, 2 strikes. Trammell trying to stay alive any way he can. The pitch home, misses away, ball 1. The Ocean State Waves just always seem to come ready to play when facing their interstate rival, the Newport Gulls, and already with a 2-1 series lead on the season, trying to take commanding grasp and move it to 3-1 here tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Larson off of second. The pitch home from Eden. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him down low with the breaking ball. And Larson left stranded on second. A 5-3 lead for the Ocean State Waves. Jake Lenahan trying to settle back in during the top of the 6th. We'll be back on ESPN+. Some fans taking in the action on the field, some trivia. We'll have some trivia in just a little bit, top of the 7th to be exact. Maybe the home half, we'll see, but stay with us because we'll have some trivia in just a little bit. The Ocean State Waves with a 5-3 lead, both teams with 4 hits on the evening. We have a goal swarm over the field, and about a dozen goals or so flying over the outfield grass. I guess you could say the name's quite fitting. Oh, there's one of them. Goalie Junior outside of the aquarium. First pitch home from Lenahan, misses up and away for ball 1. The top of the order due up for the Ocean State Waves, and Blaze Ward, Thomas Molesky, and Gabe Milano, who's had himself quite the day. Ward still trying to Break into the hit column. Lenahan misses again, 2-0.
Yeah, this is a big inning for Lenahan and the Gulls, too, to try to get some momentum back and give some momentum from the defense to offense.
Pitch is in there for a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch home is grounded foul, right side. So the count now even at deuces.
We've seen a few foul balls off the Waves batters' feet for tonight. Popular thing that happens in ACBL.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Lenahan looking to surrender the leadoff man. Pitch home. Grounded up the middle. Trammell has it with time. Throw to first in time for the first out of the inning.
Exactly what Lenahan needed to start off the top of the 6th.
Yeah, just a routine play. Keeps the fielders involved. It's been a busy day for Braxton Trammell at the second base bag for sure. He's made a collection of putouts. But yeah, getting that leadoff man out, trying to settle back in after surrendering the 3 runs last inning. A very important out for Lenahan. Pitch misses outside for ball 1.
Yeah, to attack the top of the Wave lineup is huge to get some momentum, like I said, and get that another goose egg on the scoreboard.
Breaking ball in there. Count even at sticks.
The big hitter Milano on deck, waiting for another chance to tack on another one.
The 1-1 breaking ball right down the heart of the plate. Moves the count to 1-2. And I'll tell you, I mean, focusing on the offensive side of things for Newport, bats that have looked just so great as of late, but this Ocean State pitching staff just seems to have their number just a little bit. Well, I mean, you look at the last 2 games, and Newport has come up with big innings late. They had a 5-run 8th inning against the Valley Blue Sox, a 5-run 7th inning against the Mystic Schooners last night. So maybe we're just not there yet. But up to this point, it just kind of seemed dormant. You know, they just haven't really got much going. And you look back at last Friday's loss against the Waves, a 4-3 ball game, and the bats just haven't really been there against the interstate rival.
Yeah, I feel like whenever the Waves come to Cardines, they like to put up a fight and they play their best games against the Gulls to try to take down the rivals.
And a called strike 3 on the breaking ball. Drops one in the bucket at the top of the zone. Sends down Molesky looking. Moves the center fielder to 0 for 3 on the day. 3rd strikeout for Lenahan, his 2nd looking. And on the verge of collecting a 1-2-3 inning, but he's got to go through this guy right here first. Gabe Milano, who doubled his last time up against Lenahan, also has a home run to his name as well. Showing bunt first pitch, but pulling back and watching ball 1.
Yeah, smart move by Milano. Wallace was playing deep into that shortstop hole a little bit. They got the shift played on from Milano with a big pull hitter.
In there for strike 1. Draws the count even. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Lenahan trying to send the Waves down 1-2-3. Misses outside for ball 2.
Yeah, Lenahan working towards the outer half of the plate. Milano trying to work him to the left side.
Breaking ball in at the knees for strike 2. Fooled Milano there. You could see him start to go around and then try and slow his swing down, but a called strike nonetheless. So deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lenahan comes set, kicks and deals. Milano shoots one foul, left side into the street over towards the stoplight, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, Lenahan is just in his groove right now in the top of the 6th. Walking, efficiently walking quickly, and 1 pitch away from 1-2-3 inning.
The 2-2 home. Got him swinging strike 3. Fouled straight back into the mitt. Ernie Echeverria makes the grab, and That's how the top of the 6th comes to the close. Back-to-back Ks. We'll be right back on ESPN+.
Looking to show off your Newport Gulls pride? Swing by the Goalie Shop, your official home for Gulls gear. From t-shirts and hoodies to hats and limited edition merch, we've got everything you need to rep Newport in style. Located right inside historic Cardines Field, or shop online anytime at newportgulls.com and click on the Goalie Shop. Don't miss out, grab your gear today and join the best fans in summer baseball. The Goalie Shop, where Gulls fans gear up.
Well, we talked about the Newport offense just not really having all too much gusto to it since the bottom of the 1st, and they're going to need to start finding some runs sooner rather than later. We're in the back half of things already. The bottom of the 6th, the Ocean State Waves with a 5-3 lead, and Newport has collected just one lone hit since that 1st inning. Matt Benestad, what does the offense have to do to try and turn things around?
I think you have to go back to what they did in the 1st inning against Falcone. They just attacked early and try to get to Eaton on the mound here and put the pressure on this Wave defense. As you saw in the 1st inning, they made a few mistakes. They can continue just attacking. They have pop in the bat. They have the power. They just have to find the right spots in the outfield and kind of make the Waves play defense and make the plays to try to get the runs.
Newport, we talked about it earlier, one of the best offensive team across the entire NECBL. We'll see if they can get the bats going sooner rather than later. They've struck out 5 times tonight, so they've done a decent job of putting balls in play, but just haven't really found a lot of gaps just yet. We'll see if that changes. No balls, no strikes in the bottom of the 6th. Johnson taps one right back up the middle. Eden has it. 1 pitch, 1 out is how the bottom of the 6th begins, and I think Newport's going to have to change that right around right there. The patience. They haven't been very patient. They've been a little swing heavy. They've chased a little bit outside of the zone, and that's just played right into the hands of first kid and Falcone, now Elliot Eden.
Yeah, and you want to attack, you want to put the pressure, but you got to have that patience attacking and finding the right pitchers in the zone to put the bat to ball.
Jaros slaps one the other way towards right field. Working over is Brody Batove. So 2 pitches, 2 outs. You would assume that Peter Mershon's taking an auto take to begin the at-bat, so you don't want to let Elliot Eden get out of there with just a 3-pitch inning, but nonetheless, if he were to retire Mershon, it'd be a pretty quick inning.
Yeah, that'd be a huge inning for Eaton just to continue the momentum for the Waves and have that 1-2-3 to try to add some more insurance for Ocean State.
Reached his last time up, originally ruled a single, then switched into a error on the shortstop, Blaze Ward. So 0 for 2 on his day.
Now Mershon, he came a little later in the season, and I remember his first game here, he set a home run over the right center field wall. So
he had the loud start to his NECBL campaign. It's just trying to refine that groove a little bit. I think the key for Newport is very similar to what we just saw out of Ryan Jaros. When you're facing a guy that's throwing from that non-over-the-top angle, the ball's going to cut away from you towards the outside part of the plate. You just have to be willing to go with it. That's exactly what Jaros did. Just a couple feet away from finding a gap, a ball that would have been good for extra bases had it gotten down. I think that has to be the game plan for Newport against Elliot Eden if they want to try and cut the deficit down or even tie things up. The 2-1 grounded down the left field line, but a foot or so foul. So the count now even at deuces. Those deuces wild with 2 outs.
Cardines crowd trying to pick up some life from these Newport bats, some two-out magic. See if Moshan can deliver here in the 6th.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch shown, breaking ball in the dirt. So the count will run full. Elliot Eden trying to pick up a 1-2-3 relief inning of work. Peter Mershon trying to bring the tying run to the plate in Ernie Echeverria. The 3-2. Breaking ball in there, called strike 3. Got him looking on the outer third. 1-2-3, go the goalies. 5-3 are scored as we prepare for the back third on ESPN+.
Welcome back to Cardines Field. I'm Annalena Aubin, where former Newport Gull Cal Randall, who was a part of 2024's Newport Gulls championship team, is ranked number 220 on MLB Pipeline's top 250 draft prospects list ahead of the MLB draft this weekend. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Adelina. Obviously, the MLB draft right around the corner. A ton of future prospects gracing the field across the NECBL, especially here in Newport. And, well, a potential future one of them joins us in the booth. John Mass, a recent FAU commit from Portsmouth, Rhode Island, so a local guy. I know I've talked to you a little bit. You've been to Gulls games growing up. What's it mean to just be back here in the uniform?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. Like, I grew up going to the camps in Portsmouth and Middletown. It's pretty cool just, like, being on the flip side of things. Like, I always wanted to, you know, wear a Gulls uniform growing up. I went to games, like, I was like, oh, one day, hopefully I can be like one of those guys. And to finally do it, you know, it's awesome. You know, I always wanted to be here. Like, everyone, you know, gets sent off to college teams around the country. Like, I always really wanted to make a push to come here, and I'm super happy to be here.
We're so happy to have you. Thank you so much for joining us in the booth. The new arm on the mound for Newport, and Parker Jennings out of Oklahoma State. Parker Jennings, an 8.53 ERA across his 6 1/3 innings pitched on the season. He's given up 5 walks to 10 strikeouts so far, a .333 batting average against. Out of Oklahoma State, last story against Sanford, went 2 2/3, surrendering 2 earned runs in that win. John, what's it been like working with the pitching staff so far this year? I mean, I know you guys are really close, but you know, just seeing all these arms from all across the country, how special is that?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, you got a bunch of backgrounds, a bunch of different skill sets from a bunch of different programs across the country. Like, it's pretty cool just, like, getting to know these people and, you know, getting to share the same experience with them. Like, it's pretty cool, like, watching a kid go out there and just shove for a few innings, and it's just, like, pretty cool to watch. And, like, we all get fired up in the bullpen, have a good time, play the hacky sack every now and then. So, but it's great. I love it. You know, summer ball, you know, people come and go, like, with innings counts, like, being shut down. Obviously, some guys get banged up, but, like, it's honestly a really good experience just, like, getting to meet a bunch of new guys. It's pretty cool.
I know you're headed to Florida Atlantic University for next season. You spent your last 2 seasons at Boston College, of course. Are you excited to head down south?
Yeah, I'm super excited. When I first entered the portal in early June, I was looking to go somewhere warm. So FAU checks that box for sure. Yeah, South Florida. Yeah, I'm super excited. It's a great program, great coaching staff, great group of guys, and a great location and a great baseball conference. I'm really excited to get going.
1 ball, 1 strike, home to Jackson Bradfield in the dirt for ball 2.
It's a good view up here.
It is a great view. Now you're the first player to note that so far. You're with the crowd. You're immersed with the crowd. You also got a great view of the game. You can't really ask for much more.
Yeah.
The 2-1 popped up on the infield dirt. Wallace calling for it, trying to track it down. He does for out number 1. Did you ever come to games growing up and you were like, I just want to be in the booth one day?
Never really thought of that, honestly. I mean, this is pretty sick. Didn't really come in my head at the moment.
It's a pleasure to have you, John. You closed out that big win Wednesday. I want to ask you about that.
Yeah.
So much energy at the ballpark. That was another fun one. That final out of the ball game. Just walk me through closing things down, shutting down the Valley Blue Sox at the end there.
Yeah. That's a pretty solid team, like potential playoff team. That's not a team by any means you got to take lightly. You got to take those games, especially at home. We got 3 runs in the top or the bottom of the 8th inning. Sorry. So I had a little bit of a cushion. I got 2 quick outs right away. I definitely thought like the first couple batters I was trying to overcook it a little bit and trying to strike that guy out. But I just think like sticking to your process and just taking it 1 pitch at a time, not trying to do too much. But yeah, that was a huge win. Sucks we didn't get the win yesterday because that's another playoff team right there too. But yeah, I mean, just in like the 9th inning when you're up by a couple runs, you just really got to take it 1 pitch at a time, and you can't really take a pitch off because that's like money time. Like that's the last 3 innings, most important innings in the ball game. It's not about how you start; it's about how you finish, and we proved that.
Marty Bitov goes down swinging. Yeah, you're right. I mean, those final 3 innings were the difference maker, and last night, of course, you guys came up just short, but a thrilling fight back, to say the least. I mean, that 6-run comeback to just draw even and force that game into extras. Obviously a game you'd want to take, but you'll get your other chances as the season progresses.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, like, the weird thing about being a reliever is, like, you never know when, like, you're going to throw.
Yeah.
So you almost got to go into every game like you're going to pitch. Like, you have to anticipate like you're going to pitch, even if you don't pitch or you're probably not going to pitch.
Yeah.
Like, you got to go into every game like expecting to pitch, because if you don't, you're screwed.
Well, thank you for joining us, John. We really appreciate all your insight. Enjoy the rest of the game. We'll be back for the home half of the 7th on ESPN Plus after this.
Thanks for having me.
What makes a great team hat? It starts with a Z. For decades, Zephyr has been making the most iconic headwear in the game, trusted by teams, colleges, and pros. We cut out the middlemen and work directly with our manufacturers, so you get top quality, fast turnaround, and prices that make sense. From bold designs to unbeatable fit, Zephyr hats are built to match the quality of your team, right down to the last stitch. Zephyr Team Headwear, born from experience, built for teams that stand out.
We got to start with a slight correction on our side of things. There was a roster change-up on the Ocean State Wave side. Number 26 is Will Burns, so it hasn't been Elliot Eden. I mean, with the way that he's pitched, I'm sure Elliot Eden wishes it was him out there, but Will Burns instead, the man out of Harvard. So another Ivy League guy, nonetheless.
Yeah, and no matter who's out of the mounds, they're shutting down the Newport batters so far since the first inning. So Newport's got 9-1-2 to start off this bottom of the 7th, and they need something. They need a spark at the plate to try to get guys on and get a few runs in these late innings.
Burns making his first appearance of the season. I think that's what caused some of the roster confusion. Ernie Echeverria leading off the home half of the 7th, followed by the top of the order and Devin Zyrus and Caden Cloud. What's up, Derek? First pitch home. Hard of the plate for strike one. Ernie Echeverria trying to jumpstart the Gulls offense. Pitch misses away, 1 ball, 1 strike. He's 0 for 2 today, but he's put some really solid bat to ball. 2 flyouts into center field. Trying to pick up just his second hit of the NECBL season after joining the squad last week. The 1-1, wave and a miss for strike 2.
Yeah, Echeverria only played a few games thus far for the Gulls, but he's definitely due for a big hit sometime soon.
Burns working ahead, 1-2. The pitch shown, misses away, 2-2. Runs the count with no outs in the bottom of the 7th.
Good 2-strike take there by the Gulls catcher. Good patience there in the box.
Two. Misses low and away. Count runs full. If Ernie Echeverria were to walk, it'd bring the tying run and Devin Zyrus up to the plate. He's had an impressive day so far. 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. You'd love to give him a chance with the runner on. But first, the 3-2. Breaking ball, tapped foul, left side. So we'll do it again.
A good battle here by Echeverria.
Whether an island resident or planning a summer getaway, the fastest way to get to the Cape and Islands, take the New England League's preferred partner, the Steamship Authority Ferry. Visit steamshipauthority.com for more information. The 3-2, breaking ball, got him looking, froze him. Strike 3. Will Burns has pulled a couple of those out of the bag of tricks today. Just that 2-strike breaking ball that gets nothing but a look from the Newport eyes, but strike 3 right down the heart of the plate. His 4th of the day, 3rd of them looking.
Yeah, the time is now for the Newport lineup. It's Will Burns is dealing the mound, but the Gulls got to get him sometime.
First pitch into Zyrus is in at the knees, despite being in and out of the glove of Cam Papetti. A called strike 1.
Yeah, Burns is just hitting spots, pitch after pitch, low, high, in or out.
We've seen some late inning comebacks from Newport so far this week. Can they muster up another one here tonight? Pitch misses away. Count even at sticks. Some more World Cup action, of course, taking place today. Spain defeating Belgium in the quarterfinal round. The 1-1. At the top of the zone for strike 2.
Caught the outside corner there, a few inches off the plate, but a good spot there by Burns.
Pitch is lofted into shallow left center field. Molesky and Plasher both giving chase. Plasher, the left fielder, makes the grab for the second out of the inning. Newport at risk of going 1-2-3 for the second consecutive frame. You got 2 more games tomorrow for the World Cup in Norway and England and Argentina and Switzerland. I know we have the off day, so I will be immersing myself in some of that World Cup action. You have any pick for who's going to win it all?
Yeah, I think the way that Spain has been playing, they've been playing very well.
Yeah.
I think they kind of can be a front runner for taking on. I think it could be Spain and Argentina in the final.
And I mean, for how good Lamine Yamal is up front, their defense has really been the story of the tournament. I mean, they held Belgium, a team that scored 4 goals against the United States, to just the lone one today. Held Portugal to 0, going back to the round of 32. Shut out Austria as well. But France will not be an easy team to keep at check in the semifinal round. I gotta say, I like England.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's like picking the Cowboys, but
yeah, you gotta like the Norway Rose.
yeah,
The fans definitely bringing some action there.
the 2-0 to Cloud catches the outer part of the plate for strike 1. I mean, we've seen some of them around Newport with some of Norway's group stage games taking place up in Boston.
Yeah,
2 balls, one strike, 2 outs. Cloud fouls it straight back into the catcher, Cam Papetti, for strike 2. Home plate umpire Nick Barone will give Papetti just a second as he tosses one out to the mound.
And Cloud just a little bit late on that pitch, but definitely trying to time up Bones' fastball. See if he sticks with it or goes to the off speed here.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Burns trying to send the Gulls down 1-2-3 for the second consecutive frame. The pitch in the dirt, bouncing all the way back up into the backstop. So the count runs full for the second consecutive at-bat. The Newport ball boy making his trip to collect that souvenir. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch home, foul back into the mitt for strike 3. The Gulls go 1-2-3. The offense continuing to struggle against the rival Ocean State Waves. A 5-3 contest in favor of those Waves. The 8th inning coming up on ESPN+. Well, we postponed our trivia just an inning. Don't worry, I didn't forget, for those of you awaiting it at home. Today's question, and Matt Benestad will give me your answer in the bottom of the 8th, is the last pitcher to lead the league in ERA following their 40th birthday. So any day after their 40th birthday to then go on and have the league best ERA, the last pitcher to do it. We'll get to that answer in the home half of the 8th. So from food for thought as we digest this top half of the inning, Newport currently trailing 5-3. The Ocean State Waves looking for some more insurance off of Parker Jennings. The right-hander looked really strong in his first inning of relief work, sent the Waves down 1-2-3. After a explosive offensive start on both sides, it was a 3-2 ball game after just the first inning. Just the 3 runs for the Waves since currently stand at 5-3 in the top of the 8th. First pitch home to Papetti is a called ball on the breaking ball, low and away.
Yeah, and this 8th inning is huge for Jennings too. 7, 8, 9 for the Waves to try to carry that momentum into the bottom half of the inning.
A called strike in the bottom half of the plate, bottom half of the zone from Parker Jennings. Evens the count up at 1s. Jennings kicks and fires. A line drive into shallow right center field down in front of Cole Johnson for a leadoff single. So Ocean State has a man aboard trying to just pick up some extra insurance any way they can at this point. You're in a comfortable spot up 2, but at the same time, that's just really a bloop and a blast, and Newport's has tied things up. If you can get it to 3, that feels like quite the jump if you're Ocean State. Really feels like you're in full control, especially with how the Newport offense has looked since that first inning of play. So now in stands Zach Plashert.
And Plashert, the guy who gave the Waves a lead with a 2 RBI single.
And sends a deep fly ball into right center field. Zyrus working over, makes the catch. You get scared if you're Newport when you see a fly ball go in that right center field direction because of that shallow fence. Just 321 for that jagged cut-in part of the wall. But Zyrus, with a couple feet to spare, makes the catch on his run-in from center field to retire the first man of the inning. Gavin Marchese, the 9-hole hitter stands on in. Pickoff move towards first. Campopetti dives back in safely.
Yeah, that right center field fence can really sneak up on the outfielders there.
Pitch, broken bat, flared into left field, drifting towards the bullpen and foul. So Marchese will need a new piece of lumber after that swing as he falls behind 0-1.
And that's an expensive foul ball there by Marchese. For Jennings, he's continuing to pound the zone, hit his spots. He's one pitch away from getting out of the top of the 8th.
No balls, 1 strike. Jennings, of course, trying to induce that double play ball up the middle and get the bats right back to work. Breaking ball, low and away. Misses for ball 1. And Newport obviously has an off day tomorrow, so a chance to rest a lot of their arms, but they've done a good job of conserving a lot of those bullpen arms so far today. Victor Frederick got the start. Then, of course, Jake Lenahan, and now Parker Jennings, who seems to be moving quite swimmingly during the top of the 8th. He did surrender the leadoff hit, but picked up his first out of the inning just almost immediately after, now trying to pick up out number 2 against Gavin Marchese before the lineup turns over. The 2-1. Shot back up the middle. Jennings has it, peeks at second, but will instead throw to first. And picks up out number 2. Campopetti advances into scoring position as the top of the order, and Blaze Ward, looking for his first hit of the ball game, will look to extend the Ocean State lead.
Yeah, and that was a smart play by Jennings there. Just take the out. They'll get, an easy play. They're giving you the out. Take it and attack Ward, who's 0 for 4 today.
First pitch to Ward, misses below the knees for ball 1. Usually a very, very dangerous bat. Has really strong bat-to-ball skills, but just hasn't quite shown up so far tonight. Crushed in a deep right center field, back towards the wall, and it's down off the wall. Coming on in to score, Campopetti. It'll be a long RBI single for Blaze Ward as he gets into the hit column.
Yeah, that's a huge run there for Ocean State, and Ward got his first hit in a big spot to give the Waves a 3-1 lead. It's just a few outs to play for Newport.
Belted off that right center field wall, and the lead just seems to get even more insurmountable now if you're Newport. They'll need to really get a rally going if they are to come back in this ball game.
I saw on Wednesday the Gulls got 5 in the bottom of the 8th, so anything can happen with Newport.
First pitch to Molesky, down below the knees for ball 1. Anything can happen, you're right. But the bats are going to have to find a way to pick up what's been the past 6 innings of just lackluster offensive output.
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if the Gulls send some pinch hitters up in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, you still do have Tristan Salinas, Gus Gandy come to mind. 2 of, if not the 2 best bats for Newport so far this season, both getting the off day today, but they might be called on to come up with some big hits down the stretch.
I see Salinas in the dugout having the bat in his hand, so
2-0 is foul back into the mitt for strike 1. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Blaze Ward, the shortstop, over at first. Thomas Molesky, the center fielder, standing on in. The 2-1. Breaking ball below the knees for ball 3. So a favorable hitter's count to number 15 in the batter's box.
a big at-bat here for Jennings, too. You don't want to send it to Milano on deck. The big hitter for the Waves.
3-1, popped up right side, shallow outfield grass. Cole Johnson moving towards center. Wraps it in leather for the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the Ocean State Waves score one more, making it a 6-3 contest, as we head to the bottom of the 8th on ESPN+.
Most people spend their time trying to fit in. Not me. I want to be all in. I want to be in too deep, in the moment, in the center of it all, in the room where it happens. In it to make a difference every single moment of every single day. So grit your teeth and smile. Be ready to take on adversity. Be ready to transform the world. Ready for whatever life has in store. So, you in?
The motoring event of the year returns, the Audrey Newport Concours and Motor Week, October 1st through 4th. Witness breathtaking automobiles against the stunning backdrop of coastline and historic venues. From celebrated events like the Gathering and Concours d'Elegance to the all-new Supercar and Hypercar Concours, and free access to the Concours Village. There's something for all to enjoy. Join us in our Chair Jay Leno in celebrating automotive excellence, luxury, and community. Tickets on sale now.
Time running out on the Newport Gulls. Just 2 more innings to work with, and they trailed 6-3. Brandon Larson set to lead off the inning, followed by Colby Wallace and Braxton Trammell. 3-4-5 for Newport.
Looks like a new arm on the mound for the Waves.
Number 19 is
Dylan McCarthy.
Dylan McCarthy, you're right.
Making his 6th appearance.
He's gone 7 1/3 innings so far on the season, a 3.68 ERA. 4 walks to 10 strikeouts, 233 batting average against. Good catch, Matt Benestad. Matt Benestad, Harry Tidgewell alongside you on ESPN+.
And maybe a new arm could wake up the bats of this Gulls offense and try to create that latent spark as they did it in Mystic and they did it against Valley on Wednesday.
Well, excuse me, Colby Wallace will be the leadoff man. No, Brandon Larson will be the leadoff man, followed by Colby Wallace and Braxton Trammell. I lost track of the batting order real quick, but we'll see how Dylan McCarthy can perform. They might be trusting him to record the final 6 outs if he were to move through the bottom of the 8th quite swimmingly. But still a lot of baseball left to be played out of Stonehill. He threw against Newport on June 18th. Went 1 inning, surrendering 1 hit, 2 earned runs, 2 walks to 2 strikeouts. The 3rd right-hander for the Gulls, for the Ocean State Waves here tonight. Newport's thrown 3 right-handers as well between Frederick Lenahan and Parker Jennings. But he'll face lefty, righty, lefty to begin the bottom of the 8th. Brandon Larson, 0 for on the day, 0 for 2 at the current moment. Hit by a pitch, so he did reach base 1 time today, but with such a big bat, some guy that carries so much power in a swing, Newport could really use him to get some energy going with a big hit right here. The first pitch home. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
And it looks like Larson was looking for an off speed and the fastball just got caught up on him.
No balls, 1 strike. Pitch home. Grounded right side. First baseman Milano has it. He'll take it to the bag himself for out number 1. So a quick first out of the inning. The past 8 goals have been retired by the Ocean State pitching staff.
Number 3, Colby Wallace.
Now the batter with the only 3 RBIs for this Newport team, Colby Wallace, who struck the 3-run home run back in the first. Looks he could start something up here in the 8th.
The only real point of offense that the Newport Gulls have found here tonight, just 4 hits on the scoreboard compared to the Wave 6. 3 of them came in that first inning. First pitch, a called strike. McCarthy in at the knees for strike 2, so Wallace quickly falling behind at the plate. And if he were to be retired here, it would be 10 straight batters. I just went back and double checked my research. 9 straight have been put down following the Brandon Larson ground out. The 0-2. Called strike 3 with the breaking ball. So push it to double digits. 10 straight goals sent down back into the dugout. The Newport offense just looking for any gasp of life, and they just can't seem to find it, as Braxton Trammell, the switch hitter, will stand into the left-handed batter's box once again. All of his hacks have been from the left side tonight, given only seeing right-handers from the Ocean State side of things. 1 for 3 today, picked up a single into center field his first time around.
And if he gets on, it looks like Tristan Salinas is on deck.
A big swing and a miss at the fastball on the inside. Salinas would be pinch hitting for Cole Johnson. Defensive substitution as well, as Salinas would just slot right into right field. But it has to get to him first, and the Newport bats unable to get anything going. The 0-1. Breaking ball on the outside, in and out of the glove of Papetti, as the count draws even at sticks.
I think right now for Newport, they just need something. Guy on base, a single, whatever it is, to kind of break this streak of batters going down for Newport.
The 1-1, up and away for ball 2. We talked about it before the game. The Ocean State Waves just always seem to give the Newport bats a little bit of trouble. Once again, seeming to be the case here tonight. 4 more outs to work with if you're Newport, chasing 3. The 2-1. Inside, did it catch him? Yes, it did. So Braxton Trammell, hit by a pitch, reaches base for the second time here tonight, and it will be Tristan Salinas coming up to the plate. The pinch hitter out of Rutgers. Didn't collect a hit in yesterday's contest, but you look at the season, batting .365 with a team best .595 slugging, a .466 on base. Looks like another pinch hitter standing in the on-deck circle as well in Mason Legenza, who would be hitting for Ryan Jarris. And Legenza has been extremely hot as of late, so no surprise that they'd be giving him an important at-bat down the stretch here tonight. But we'll see if Tristan Salinas can keep passing the baton along as the Gulls try and get a 2-out rally going. Salinas and Legenza also both left-handed hitters, which is favorable with the righty on the mound. First pitch home, misses outside for ball 1.
And Salinas being patient, waiting for his pitch. His first at bat of this game now.
The 1-0. Just upstairs, or a called strike, just at the top of the zone, excuse me, for strike 1. So the count draws even with 2 outs and 1 man on. Braxton Trammell over at first.
Now with that pitch, Salinas should look to the opposite field. Cove ball to the outside.
The 1-1. A big swing and a miss on the inside part of the plate for strike 2 as Salinas falling behind quickly. This being his 21st appearance for Newport this season. Offers a whole lot of power. 9 extra base hits to his name already. The 1-2. On the inside, just misses. So the count even at deuces.
A close take with 2 strikes for Salinas, but trusting his gut and being patient. Waiting for another good one.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. McCarthy home to Tristan Salinas. Deuces wild, the pitch home. Got him swinging on the breaking ball. Strike 3 in the dirt. Throw to first in plenty of time for the 3rd out of the inning. So while Braxton Trammell works his way aboard, he does not leave the first base bag. The Gulls still chasing 3. Time for the 9th, and we come back on ESPN+.
For a chance to win.
we'll bring you back with some trivia as we begin the top of the ninth. The question that we asked you last inning, Matt Benestad, was the last pitcher, age 40 or older, to have the best ERA across the league. Do I have a guess from you?
First thought, I was going to say Randy Johnson. That's kind of the first guy that came to my head. But then I also thought Max Scherzer might. I think, is he over 40? I'm pretty sure he is.
What do you want to pencil in, Max Scherzer?
I'm going to go with Randy Johnson. My gut just says Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson. Clemens to my left, our scorer Anthony, guessing Roger Clemens. Joe Dupuy downstairs, guessing Randy Johnson. You guys guessed some legendary arms, but you didn't guess the right one. Nolan Ryan, today's answer, who in 1987 had a 2.76 ERA, best in the league at the ripe age of 40 years old. Nolan Ryan, today's answer. Top of the ninth underway. First two pitches into Milano, both strikes. Or excuse me, the first pitch is a called strike.
Yeah, Nolan Ryan came to my head too. I just wasn't sure if he.
Milano shoots one the other way. Peter Mershon working over, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So an impressive day for Milano. Might be his very last at bat, but still 2 for 5 in the box score with 2 extra base hits, one of them a long ball. Tristan Salinas is the man out in right field, for those of you wondering. Replacing Cole Johnson after his pinch hit performance in the bottom of the 8th. Jackson Bradfield, the designated hitter, has reached base twice today, but 0 for 2 so far. First pitch grounded right back up the middle. Trammell has it, coming across the bag, throw to first, in time for the out.
And for Jennings, it's been a strong outing thus far, so win or lose or whatever, Jennings is back. He's found his groove for the rest of the summer.
Allowed just the 1 run so far in his 3rd inning of relief work. The Gulls arms, they haven't been great today, but they've been fairly good. And with the way that the Newport offense has performed as of late, you'd expect them to have the lead right now, but just not the case. First pitch in there for a strike to Brody Batove. Breaking ball, check swing, foul left side. We got to remind you one more time that whether you're an island resident or planning a summer getaway, the fastest way to get to the Cape and Islands, take New England League's preferred partner, the Steamship Authority Ferry. Visit steamshipauthority.com for more information. The All-Star game also right around the corner. You can expect to see, you're expecting that some of the guys playing on the field right now will be All-Stars for the South Division. That game taking place July 26th from good old Park, home of the Sanford Mainers. Fans are going to be able to vote starting next week, so make sure to follow the NECBL on Instagram. The 1-2, checked right back up the middle, past Jennings. Colby Wallace fields it cleanly, but no throw over to first as a half-hearted attempt works in favor of Brody Batove as he legs out the infield single.
Yeah, Jennings thought about going down and grabbing that, but he let that ball go for Wallace, but a little too late for the Gulls defense as brings up Jack LaRose, who got that RBI double back in the 5th.
So a 2-out man aboard gives way to Jack LaRose to get his chances. LaRose 1 for 4 today, including a RBI double in the 5th. Shoots the first ball foul, left side, bouncing back onto the field of play, but Jennings will get a new baseball. No balls, 1 strike. Jennings steps off. I think he realized that he was set to go out of the windup, and obviously not what you want to do if you have a runner on with Batove over at first base. Wouldn't want to give him scoring position. The 0-1. Fanned by him. Couldn't catch up to the heat for strike 2.
Jennings certainly working his fastball well in the 3 innings of relief. See if he can get one more out of him to head to the bottom of the 9th and hope for a Newport comeback.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Just outside for ball 1. The 1-2. Outside again, so the count now even at 2s. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs with 1 man on, and Brody Batove over at first base. But Jennings trying to take care of the task at home, and Jack LaRose, righty on lefty. Jennings kicks and deals. Runner takes off. Breaking ball misses up. Throw to second, and they got him. The throw right on the money. Caden Cloud applies the tag, and Newport down to their final chance, chasing 3 in the bottom of the 9th. Do the comeback kids have one more in them? Coming up on ESPN Plus. Well, hero time here in Newport, chasing 3 runs, a 6-3 contest in favor of the Ocean State Waves, trying to take a commanding 3-1 series lead in the Pell Bridge rivalry, 2 of Rhode Island's finest in the NECBL. I guess I should say the 2 Rhode Island finest. There's not another Rhode Island team, but the Ocean State Waves and Newport Gulls. The Gulls trying to prevent a 2-game losing streak. The Ocean State Waves trying to snap a 2-game losing streak of their own. They haven't won a game since last Friday when they were here at Newport again. But for them, they scored 3 runs in the top of the 9th to take that game, and the Gulls are going to try and score 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th to stay alive here tonight.
And looks like there'll be a few pinch hitters. You got Mason Lagenza going to go up. You got Ryan Novak with a bat and helmet in his hand. So
also
he'll probably
a new arm on the mound, and Trey Telfer, who has a 1.32 ERA across his 8 appearances, 13 2/3 innings so far this year. 8 walks to 16 Ks, a 163 batting average against. So they just go with McCarthy for the 1 inning, surprisingly. It was a strong inning of work, but they'll turn it over to the closer to try and hold on to this 3-run lead. Mason Lagenza looks like he's set to lead off the inning in replace of Ryan Jaros. Ryan Novak seems like he might be hitting for Peter Mershon, and you could probably expect another pitch hitter for Ernie Echeverria if he were to come up in Gus Gandy. And emptying the bench, to say the least, Trey Telfer out of San Diego State. Last through against Danbury, went 1 inning. So a load of pinch hitters set to go for Newport. Lagenza, Novak, and Gandy, 2 up in the bottom of the 9th. As close as you can get for that playoff baseball feeling. A rivalry matchup like this, a Friday night, in the words of Cade Brown, when you're wearing orange, you're supposed to win. And Newport doing all that they can to send the home fans happy tonight. Righty on lefty. First pitch home from Telfer. In at the letters for strike 1.
Yeah, and Telfer is bringing the heat. He got the 3-run lead. He's got the momentum, the motivation to close this game out for Ocean State.
No balls, 1 strike to the leadoff man, Lagenza. He had an impressive day in Mystic yesterday. And it hit him. Looks like it might have, or possibly skip past him in the dirt. Looks like that's what they're going to say. For a second, I thought I heard a little tick of something, but Lagenza didn't react in any way that would prove such. Lagenza 3 for 5 yesterday.
Yeah, looks like it just skipped in the dirt. Lagenza jumped out of the way.
1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch home, up and away for ball 2. And sometimes you wonder if teams get a little too fancy, a little too cute, I guess you could say, with the pitching changes. I mean, Dylan McCarthy looked really good during that first inning of relief, but they choose to go with the closer. We'll see if it pays off. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch home, upstairs. So a favorable 3-1 hitters count. Number 9, Mason Lagenza. And the last thing you want to do is give Newport even 1 base runner to work with, because then you're going to start to feel the energy ramp up a little bit.
Telfer really bringing the heat, but the heat might not bring it in the zone.
3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. Challenges him with the fastball, top of the zone. Lagenza comes up empty-handed. So the count now full. You get a sense that this pitch right here could set the tone for the possible inning to come. No men out, no men on. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Telfer set at the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Right back to the fastball, blew it by him for the first out of the inning. An important first out at that, as Ryan Novak, pinch hitting for Peter Mershon, will now step in.
Telfer really controlled that fastball in that last pitch. After a few outside of the zone, took a breath and attacked and took down Lagenza.
Novak 1 for 4 out in Mystic, Connecticut yesterday, trying to get the rally started. Right down Broadway for strike 1. A .209 batting average on the season, but his on-base numbers via the 20 walks that he's worked, some of the highest on the Newport team. 418 currently. 0-1. Swing and a miss at the fastball. That's really all that Telfer's been riding. The heat towards the top of the zone. Newport unable to catch up to it so far.
Yeah, he's got Newport bats rattled with that fastball. I wouldn't expect anything else.
Fastball gets him strike 1 and strike 2. Does he go back to it for the K? Kicks and fires upstairs, ball 1.
And most of his pitches has been the fastball. It's either right in the zone or high and outside for Telfer. See if he can control it back in, and or if Nova can start something out for the goals.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Pitch home from Telfer. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That time he went to the breaking ball and gets Novak to chase low and away. Back-to-back punchies is how the bottom of the 9th begins, and Gus Gandy now will pinch hit for Ernie Echeverria. Try and keep this game alive any way you can. His last at bat from Cardines was a 3-run blast into the trees. And obviously a solo shot now still would leave work for the Newport Gulls offense, but just trying to keep the game alive, turn it over to the top of the order.
Gulls need some serious 2-out magic they want to take away this one.
Showing bunt, pops it up, foul. We saw him bunt for a base hit on Wednesday.
If Gandy can get out right here, there is some life for Newport, and I don't mind the idea to bunt because he gets on the top of the order with Zyrus and Cloud and Wallace and Lawson, so see if the Gulls can create something with 2 outs here.
Telfer works ahead 0-1. Pitch home, skips in the dirt. And a lot of credit to Telfer for working back in that at-bat against Mason Lagenza. You got the sense that when he fell behind 3-1, you heard some of the cheers from the Cardines crowd. There's a chance he'd maybe walk the leadoff man, maybe give Newport some hope, some life. But back-to-back outs begins the bottom of the ninth. Newport down to their last breath. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Home to Gus Gandy. Upstairs for ball 2. The Newport offense scored 3 runs in the bottom of the first. Since then, scoreless. Trailing the Ocean State Waves by 3. Trying to cling to life. Telfer trying to shut the door. The 2-1. Big swing and a miss for strike 2. And now the last breath for Newport. Down to their final strike. The Ocean State Waves 1 pitch away from snapping their 2-game losing streak. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Telfer home to Gandy. Set at the belt, kicks and deals. Breaking ball low and away. So as full as you can get. The bottom of the ninth, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Devin Zyrus awaits on deck. He has 2 hits so far today. They would need to get the bat into the hands of Caden Cloud, however, to possibly tie things up.
If they can get there, that's not the worst guy to have up, but it starts right here with this pitch if Gandy can get on.
The 3-2 from Telfer. Got him swinging, strike 3. The Ocean State Waves pick up their 2nd consecutive win over the Rhode Island rival Newport Gulls. And a dominant showing here tonight. Allowed just the 3 runs on the pitching side of things. The Newport offense held scoreless for the final 8 frames. 6-3 our final score. The Ocean State Waves, tonight's victors. We're going to break down tonight's contest on the other side right after this break. We welcome you back post-game. The Newport Gulls falling 6-3, our final from Cardines Field. The Ocean State Waves once again getting the better of the Pell Bridge rival on a Friday night for the 2nd consecutive week. Improves the Ocean State Waves to 9-18, snaps their 2-game losing streak, moves the Newport Gulls down to 16-11-1, extends their losing streak to 2. They'll be off tomorrow before getting another crack at things on Sunday against the Valley Blue Sox. The Ocean State Waves play host to the Martha's Vineyard Sharks tomorrow evening back at Old Mountain Field. We welcome you into the broadcast booth as we break things down. Matt Benestad to my right. I'm Harry Tidwell. Thank you so much for those of you that stuck with us all night on ESPN+. A great game that unfolded in front of our eyes. A great evening. Beautiful weather, beautiful night for it from Cardines Field. Thank you so much for joining me, Matt. But I got to ask, Newport, right when you think they've found their stride, they seem to just end back up in the rudder. What do they got to do? Take this off day. How do they respond on Sunday?
You know, I said this pregame, but the summer baseball season is such a long grind. It's just day after day. You show up at the baseball field, you get ready for the game and play another game. And, you know, coming off like a late game, action game against Mystic and losing that, you know, some of the motivation might have been a little out. And then, you know, Ocean State kind of coming off of 2 losses. They have the motivation. They have the win from last Friday night, you know, the win over Newport. And so they kind of, summer baseball is all about who gets hot at the same time, who plays the well, you know, in certain games. And, you know, today was a bullpen game for, you know, both teams. They had, you know, 4 pitchers each. And so it's who has the strongest pitchers, who can get their bats hot every single game throughout this long season.
The Ocean State Waves have a lot of positive takeaways here tonight. The pitching was tremendous. The offense did what they needed to do, and they'll aim to keep rolling. Still sitting outside of the playoff picture at the moment. But you know what they say, don't let the Waves get hot, and they have some momentum rolling their way after a dominant performance in this rivalry classic here tonight. The Newport Gulls once again will have a chance to get back on track Sunday against the Valley Blue Sox as they hit the road and head to Holyoke. A couple of thank yous before we say goodnight. First, our media team, Olivia, Veronica, Adelina, Michael, and Tyler, the best in the biz. Thank you for all that you guys do. The broadcast operations squad, Carter Halabesco, Ethan Poole, Matt Benestad alongside me here tonight, Matt Clements, Sorka Lewis, who's not with us, but our typical producer. Thank you for all that you do. Joe Dupuis running graphics. Tom Lima and Mikey Basile, as always. Thank you to you guys. PJ Moynihan, the executive producer of all NECBL action. We thank you for tuning in to this NECBL and ESPN presentation. A 6-3 win for the Ocean State Waves from Cardines Field. We thank you for joining us and wish you a good night. I'm Harry Tidgewell. See you later.